Would we recognize that's Lex?
Give me a perception check.
All right, we'll do.
I will actually participate in this because I don't know how Arvio feels about Lex right now.
19.
Is it very obvious that he's a metal man?
It looks like somebody's wearing a suit of metal. You would know, Philip, that is indeed Lex. Arvio just looks like somebody in a suit of armor to you.
I'm probably not that focused on big metal man right now. I'm probably got my mind on other things.
I'm still on my giant elk, so I would just try towards Lex and just shout, "Lex, is that you?"
I'll go ahead and turn back. See my party that I abandoned. And I'll just kind of give a shy wave or, acknowledgement and then go back to tending to whoever I was attending to.
For the record, Arvio noticing that Lex is there, as you give your shy wave, he fucking glares daggers at you.
I completely ignore you.
That's fine. I know you will.
Too worried about these people at the moment.
I'll
much in the same way, Arvio is going to start talking to other people in this square, see if any of them have seen
Whoever I was attending
my
to.
man, this child. Or at least give them descriptions. He doesn't want to.
I'm going to go with Arvio and attempt to help him find his wife.
Currently, there's 2 people kind of standing over 4 people. Everybody else you see is dead.
I'll right up to Lex and ask, "What happened here?"
Utersil's men came in and did this. Mushin here gave me a word. He scouted up ahead and found this town being attacked in a sense. We came over here as fast as we can because I know you guys were heading this direction. And by the time we got here, it was to the point where it was somewhat settled. But we did find out where they're going.
Are those the only survivors?
As far as I know, yes.
I would jump off my elk and how many of them are there?
4, I think, right? Yeah.
I would use my lay on hands and I would give 5 hit points for each of them. I would attempt to stabilize them as much as I can and bring them back to somewhat decent state.
All right, they look a little better than they did before, but they, as their eyes kind of flutter open more widely, they just look around and say, "Food, water, please."
I'm going to search the bodies, looking for a woman and a child.
You find plenty of women and children kind of scattered about.
Any of them match the description that Arvio has given of his wife and children?
You go ahead and give me an investigation check.
You say wife.
Girlfriend, whatever, significant other.
It's something. We haven't had that conversation.
You do not find any bodies that match the description of I guess have you told the group the race of your baby mama, or?
If Ava's looking for her, I'm gonna give her a description of what they both look like, but also say the last time I saw them was like a year and a half ago when some changed, so...
You do not find a tiefling female or a tiefling boy. All you see is a bunch of humans who have just been decimated.
Well, I think you'll be okay, Arvio. I don't believe they're here.
Okay. Now, if she was defending herself, chances are there's going to be fires. So I'm going to kind of like look up and see where the fires are coming from.
Fires all over the town.
Oh, dandy. I'm not wanting for choice.
This town looks like a group of people came in, slaughtered people, might have dragged things off from the tracks you kind of look, and destroyed buildings and set things on fire. That is what you're looking at right now. But it's not a town of people kind of hanging out that's half burned. The whole town is basically in ruins with dead bodies and destruction everywhere.
Heavens, this is going to take a while.
This is definitely not a good sight.
No, it's not. I'm gonna go looking.
So, as Ava's going around looking at everything, she's going to become more and more visibly mad. And then she's just going to give an outburst that, see, this is what happens when evil men are left unchecked. Your still's power has to be stopped.
Agreed.
All right.
I guess the one question is, what makes evil men?
As you guys are searching through this
Evil
reasonably
women.
sized village, you, Lex, Philip, and Grim, you guys still hanging around the bodies?
Yeah.
Like the people who are still alive?
I'm trying to tend to them, yeah.
All right. Well, the one had asked for some water and food.
I would have
Well,
I would have gave them some of my rations and stuff.
Okay. They happily and readily take it and just like down it as quick as they can. They look up. One of them looks up at you. Thank you. Who are you?
I'm Grim.
Philip.
Just don't eat it too fast. You might hurt yourself.
We've been here for a while. My energy was all gone. Are you gonna help the others? The ones they took?
We can try. We just got here. We don't know exactly what happens.
They came in. They kept looking for the Sandwalkers. They attacked us.
Would Grim know the Sandwalkers or no?
Nope.
I don't know what the Sandwalkers are.
Do I know?
Go ahead. Hanging out with Mushin, you can give me a history check. See if he ever told you about it. He told you there's a group of people, a rebellion, who were trying to resist your Sild, and they call themselves something else, but commonly they are referred to as the Sandwalkers because they live out in the desert.
I'll just say you're talking about that rebellion that
Yes,
Peter Cell is trying to go after.
They were looking for him hiding here. They attacked the village, and those who didn't resist, they took him.
Well, I'll turn to Grim and Philip and say, I currently know where their camp's at, but it's very heavily fortified. I know somewhat of the layout, and it's not that far from here, and I'm assuming that's where they're taking it because there's a lot of undead guarding that place.
Grim doesn't look up at you. I just look over at Philip and be like, "What do you say there, Mr. Light?"
Did Ava or Arvio made it clear that his lover and child isn't here?
Yeah.
I wasn't quiet about it.
Nor was I.
Okay, so
Judging
if
by Arvio's actions, it was preceded by exactly why he is freaked out about this.
well, we need to look around and see if Arvio's family is here. If not, then we can assume that they've been taken by them. If so, we really should we should really follow them for Arvio's sake, at least.
If they're here, then they're probably dead. We'd be dead if it wasn't for these two. And he points towards Lex and Mushin.
I'm gonna walk up to the guy. Say, have you seen a tiefling girl and a woman and a boy with?
Last I checked, you were scouting town.
I'm scouting with Ava. We're trying to
Yes,
look around.
Oh, is this like nowhere near these people?
Basically,
We'll
this
walk
is a
away.
conversation between those who stayed while you
Okay.
guys searched town.
Never mind.
I asked the guy if he has any other information that we should know about.
They just came. A couple demanded. Couple living ones demanded. We turned certain people over and then they just attacked. I guess they weren't happy.
Is he still laying on the floor or whatever?
At this point, he's kind of sitting up. He's still in very bad shape, despite being healed and having ate. But he's like just sitting up against the wall of one of the broken down buildings.
Okay. You gonna be alright?
I think so. I don't think I can stay here though.
No, I wouldn't suggest that. Do you have anywhere else to go?
I have to go find the settlement or one of the moving camps.
We're just waiting for our other guys to scout around to see what's left, and we can try to help you with that as well if it's on the same way. To go help the others.
It'd probably be best if we stay here for a little bit.
Okay, go on, finish, please.
Then Mushin, he kind of like kneels down and he's wrapping one of the other ones who got a nasty like gash on their arm. He says, "I'll stay here and help these as well." And then you see Zilmorn kind of walk up and start healing another one with his healing spells, and he's like, "Yes, I'll stay here as well. Watch over these. If you find anybody, you can always send them back to us. We'll be here."
Well, if it's alright with you guys, I would like to travel with you to this if you're going there.
Allow me to speak with Arvio. I'll tell him what we learned and see if he found any trace of his family. And I'll just get up on Elk and ride towards Arvio. And before I move out, I'll just shout to more. Oh, by the way, this is Lex I spoke about. And I just ride off towards Arvio.
That's pretty pug.
It takes you a couple seconds, maybe a minute, riding around looking. These guys are shifting through the buildings looking for any remains, and you eventually find Arvio.
Arvio, have you found any trace of your family?
No, but I have found a lot of burning rocks. So
Indeed, we did tend to the survivors. They spoke about some rebellion that apparently attacked this camp. They apparently took some people with them. If you haven't found your family, there is a good chance they took them with them.
Wait, a rebellion attacked this place, or
Yes, so some rebels. They apparently called like desert walkers.
That I would have thought it was your Silt that attacked this place.
You've also heard. Well, you haven't heard of desert walkers. Never mind.
I'm probably it's probably sandwalkers, but I'm gonna grow with this. So I'm telling this to Arvio and just saying that apparently they know the direction they took them. So if you
they
survivors we tended to, and I point towards where they are being tended to. If you won't find your family, then I suppose we should follow the trace and the direction they pointed out.
Fine, let's go.
And I'll offer him to jump on the back of my oak and ride with me.
Right.
What about I just kind of looked at Ava. You get on, I'll walk.
No, I'm good, and I'll walk with Arvio.
Oh,
All right. Oh no, then I catch up with Grimmon.
I just imagined fucking Philip. Come, my noble lady, ride with me. And then it's just the camera turns to Arvio, and he's like, "I picture you for real." You have like the sun in the background, like. Oh.
You guys eventually reconvene. It doesn't take that long. Lex Grimm?
Oh, if we're before they, it's really not the good time to say it, so never mind.
I guess we're just
He's
waiting for
probably-
them to come back.
Yeah, he's probably gone about 3 or 4 minutes. If there's anything quick in that time you had wanted to say.
Oh, well, considering, yeah, probably better than never. I'll just go over to Grim and say, sorry about what happened. I didn't mean it to go that way. What happened to your... I don't see Billy. Where's he at?
He also left the same night you did.
Again, I'm sorry.
Sorry's not gonna fix it, but let's move forward.
All right, so you guys are hanging out there, and eventually this gnome comes up to you, Lex, and he starts asking you like all kinds of questions about if like you're a person in a suit of armor, if you're made from armor, all that stuff. And as he's pulling out a book and writing stuff down, all of a sudden here comes sorry, I forgot names. Here comes Philip on his elk, being followed by Ava and Arvio.
It's right in the background.
So now you guys are convened. What would you all like to do?
Where are we going and who am I killing?
Well, Lex said they know where they're growing, where their camp is, but there's a lot of people there.
Fantastic. What are we waiting
Let's
for?
get a move on.
Yes, let's go.
Everybody's ready.
Well, Zealmorn's gonna stay here, and
Leading the way.
Bushin, I guess, said he's staying here as well.
By the way, I'm Ava, Mr.
What?
Metalman.
I'm Lex.
I think they've talked about you a little bit.
I figured they probably have. Hopefully,
Philip would
Good
not
day.
stop talking about you.
Well, as you kind of start walking away, Zilmorn's a little sad, but he goes back to tending the people, and he says, "Just remember, you find anybody, just send them back here. Well, I'll take care of them." At least he gives Mushin a side eye, not really knowing him at all. But you lead him to the camp.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys travel through this Utah-ish like terrain with these buttes around, and Lex just kind of walks as though he has purpose. Doesn't really seem like he's stopping and trying to figure out, almost like he's seen this place before, even been there and looked at it with his own eyes. And eventually you come over a rise, and you guys can see in this flat area, there's just this wooden wall, a palisade with all these spikes and stuff out in front of it. And you can see standing up on the walls things that are just standing stationary.
there's the camp that I talked about. It's pretty much like a fortress at this point. Very heavily fortified, from what I can get up close and gather, but I have not traveled to the walls. So other than that, that's really all I know.
Do you know roughly how many of them are there? Roughly.
Of what? The people that were taken, or the
No, the attackers.
I came. It's kind of hard to really figure out because I came a little bit more towards the end of the fight and what was going on. So I don't know, but what I do know is that there was quite a bit. I mean, as for an exact number, I wouldn't. I can't really tell you.
Were you able to see what they were equipped with?
I think just see basic equipment. Really? I don't think. Let's see. Did I see any like live like leaders leading the undead?
No, you came across. Town was already in the state it was in. There wasn't really people there.
Yeah.
There were like the guards that was taken care of by the group last week, but outside of that, you didn't see anything.
Yeah. I only fought off whatever was remaining stragglers and stuff like that. That's about it, and tend to whoever I can tend to. But other than that, I really don't know too much about the fort. The
From
force.
here, can I see what the guards look like, or what the guard regiment like outside the fort looks like?
Give me a perception check.
Cool.
Oh. You just see giant wooden walls. This place looks fairly big. If there's people camped in it, could well be over 50 people inside. You're not sure, but there's figures standing on the walls that are not moving.
I assume with the passive perception, I can tell that this is wood, not stone or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Arvio, are you able to cast some fire spell to burn down the barricade?
Yes. Unfortunately, nothing too terribly explosive right now. I'm a little bit tapped on my higher levels. But
If I can make a suggestion, we also got to keep the peace in mind of potential innocents being inside this. And since we can't really tell what other materials the place is really made out of, starting a fire may spread to other buildings and cause other issues.
Oh, Arvio, I remember you could have summoned familiar in the past. Can you still do this?
I can still do the buzzard, and if we need something a little bit more in depth, I have alternatives.
How about you try to summon some sort of bird that flies around the camp? Maybe it could tell us some more intel about
Presenting
where...
Mr. Pecky, and I just kind of wave my hand, and
I did-
comes up, and
I didn't even finish my thought, but whatever. Okay.
No, scout, fly. I take the bird and I throw it.
All right. It being a buzzer, it makes a crash landing and then kind of gets up and shakes itself off and starts flapping its wing. Takes a little bit for it to get the wind under its wings and off the ground.
I'm just gonna start viewing through it, and it's gonna kind of do a holding pattern around this place.
All right. So you guys are to the west of it. As this buzzard flies in and looks over, you can see that there is on the west side of it towards the top, there's a gate, and standing behind that is a massive number of figures just standing there. Go ahead and give me a perception check for your buzzard.
I don't have a stat sheet for my buzzard.
Well, go ahead and roll a d20.
Cool. I roll a 12.
A 12.
Because what else am I going to use this middle of the road point for?
What stat is perception?
Wisdom.
Yeah,
Wisdom. Okay, so 13. You don't really see who these people are, but you can tell with the 13 at least that they are wearing the armor that you are very familiar and accustomed with, and they're just standing there all looking towards the gate, kind of in rows, and they're not moving. You see on the east side of the camp there are 3 tents and some supplies scattered around with a table, and you see a couple things there, people that are moving around. They're at this table. They seem to be doing something. You can't really tell with your 13 perception, but there is you do notice that there is a hole in the ground, and there seems to be several people, from what you can tell, just kind of laying in this hole, and it's a pretty massive hole. Let me go ahead and see how massive. So it's like 100 feet wide by 40 feet high, and it looks pretty deep. And you can tell that there's things standing on a walkway around the palisade, all around the camp. But there's more of them stationed towards the gate on the west side. And the hole in the ground is kind of in the southwest of the camp, and it seems to not necessarily be separated, but it is distinct from the tents, which are in the northeast side.
So are they keeping people in the hole laying down, or is that a corpse pile?
Some of them are moving that you can tell. Other ones, they're just laying there motionless. You do notice that there is a ladder that is pulled up out of the hole and laying next to it.
Okay, maybe that's where they're keeping people.
You also see limbs and bones and blood spots kind of scattered around through the camp too.
Because of Christ. Okay, let's think.
There's really no landmarks around the camp, except at the very southwest corner, there's some rocks that you think you could probably get up and stand on to look into the camp, but they're only 15 feet away from the wall, and you're pretty sure those things standing on the walkway will be able to see you.
Sounds like a perfect job for a buzzard. I don't think they care about if a buzzard does it. So I'm just going to kind of have Mr. Pecky kind of just remain stationary over there. And I
Right.
might not remember all the details, so if I get something wrong, please correct me. I'm going to come out of it and be like, okay, well, they have a bunch of apparently zombified soldiers on the west side of the camp. The east side, they have a very big hole with a bunch of tents around it, which I imagine is where they're keeping prisoners. And they have a similar hole. And out of character, was that just basically the same sort of situation? Or was that hole empty or what?
There's one hole, and then there's the tents up above it.
Oh, there's only one hole. It's like
Yes.
there's a hole, and to the east side there's a hole, and there's a tents up above it. I imagine that's where they're keeping prisoners. That being said, we can at least count on these undead being very easy to distract, though I imagine they have a way to differentiate friend from foe that I do not have access to. So illusions are probably out of the question. Let me see. That being said,
Arvio, do you know if this is a secret encampment, like, or is this like an outpost out here, all the way out here? Have you heard anything about travelers coming in and out of these places for information or for shelter from the weather out here?
nope.
Have I heard about any of this stuff? Sotek?
You can give me a history check, but it'll be a high DC for you since you're not from this area. Nope.
Let me see. He starts like flipping through his deck a little bit. I'm afraid I don't necessarily have anything helpful for breaking and entering for undead. Though I best... What are the walls? I'm going to kind of... Hang on one moment. I go back to Mr. Pecky. What are the state of these walls? Are they sheer? Are they made of, like, old ruins? So they have plenty of, like, gripping points?
So they're wooden palisade. They're very tall, probably about 12 feet or so up, with a walkway that kind of rings around them, and they do have spikes on the outside to keep people from like getting onto them.
How tall were they? One more time?
About 12 feet tall.
Easy peasy. Okay. How many entrances? Just the one with all of the soldiers in front of it?
Yep.
Shit. Okay.
And it is a pretty dense little camp here. It's not like things are spread out from each other. Everything's pretty much on top of one another.
A utilitarian.
Question. Soltic.
Yeah.
Is the sand pirates that I traveled with, are they somewhere in this location as
No.
well? or close by. Okay.
You'd have no idea the area you're traveling through. Those sand skiffs can't even travel here, and they dropped you off a while ago and left. You've been following the tracks of the troops for probably about a week now.
Okay.
So you'd have no idea where they were. Well,
Does anybody else have anything useful that they could potentially add to make this situation any better?
Do we need a rest? Are you still magically inclined for today, or I don't know how that works.
Every day, when I sleep or take a long rest, I kind of recharge a little bit. Anything higher level, I'm not going to be able to do, but also anything higher level wouldn't really help us in this situation. I mean, they would really help against those soldiers, but I don't think we have time. But,
I suppose attacking during the night wouldn't change a thing in this situation.
better idea. In the spirit of the diviner, how about we lay low, we keep watch, we study their movements, see about spotting an opening.
Sounds like a good idea.
It sounds like a good idea, but if we waste too much time, it might be too late for some of those people who were kidnapped, including perhaps your family.
I'm aware.
Well, Arvio,
you do not need to tell me the stakes.
Arvio, do you have some means of communicating?
I did.
And you can't do that for the day, can't you?
No.
Okay.
But guess what? If we rush in too quickly, we're all dead, and so are they anyway.
I mean, we have Philip here with his radiance. I think we're good. As long as Philip doesn't hold back as I stare at him in his face.
As long as we're able to break the barricade and get inside, I'm ready to go in this instance.
Well, how are you going to be taken down? One moment. I check out back at Mr. Tucker. How many soldiers are there just standing there?
I mean,
over 20.
We do have a huge metal man, a huge thick boy called Philip, and me.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I'm just realizing this now, but where's Sherbrick at?
He had god duties.
He had god duties just like you.
He turned into a bird.
Sounds like him.
Yeah, and you tried to shoot him because Arvio said so, basically. I was thinking the same thing.
I did not say to shoot him. I chided her for it, and then I needed a bird later.
Thinking on it right now, one, we're losing potential firepower for somebody not being able to, not just for the RVO, not being able to perform at a full potential. And 2, we don't have any other support of means of tending wounds. I mean, I can do a few things, but that's about it. I got like 3 chances and that's it. But if I'm going to go all out, I won't be able to do those. I can only do it once.
Well, I'm going to go find a place to get comfortable then.
I mean, it's doable. It's just going to be pretty hard.
Wasting time.
Yeah.
In the end, I feel like Arvio should make the decision. It's his family that's in stake. We're here to help. So
we don't even know if they're in there.
Arvio, what do you
It's just
want
these
to
people. Still wanting to help them too.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to do another sweep of Mr. Becky. And I'm actually going to roll this time. Do I have inspiration? I do. Good to know.
What is the +1?
No, an inspiration is a reroll.
No, you're going to add +1 to your... So if you use your inspiration, you call it beforehand, and you roll with advantage.
I'm going to roll with advantage then. I'm making sure.
All right, then you will lose your inspiration, and it will be a +1.
All right, I roll an 18. I'm just doing another survey of the camp. I want to see what they're doing to the people in the hole. I want to see all of their things.
All right, how about I do this for you? Give me 1 second. To give you this. I'll save it. Why don't you come over here and join me?
In whispers?
No, you should be, if that works. There you go.
Ah, okay.
Oh, wait, I need to give it vision save. There you go. So, you move it around. When you want to go inside, let me know, and I will move it past the barrier so you can see inside.
Okay. So I'm just going to get a closer look. The walls are manned with the same skeletal archers that we saw before.
And that's the gate right there that I'm pinging.
Yeah, I can see everything. So,
Oh, can you?
yeah, I can. But I'm getting a bird's eye view, so that's fine.
You can even see inside the wall?
Yeah.
Oh. Then
I can
oddly,
see it.
that is not working for some reason. Yeah, go ahead.
Is this all right? Is this all right?
No, it's fine.
It's like, okay. Walls are manned with the same skeletal archers that we fought outside on the bridge, and all of the boys, all of these soldiers are functionally the same ones that I wiped out in a single instance. We have a couple of wizardy-looking folks, and one big boy over by the camp. Who here kind of blinks for a moment? Anybody else here have air of effect? Ava, you have like a Molotov cocktail or something?
Unfortunately not. I'm good at shooting one person at a time.
Well, is this after you're out of the buzzard? Because I don't think you can hear while you're with the buzzard.
No. Yeah, that's what the blinking was for. Like I blink a couple of times. Yeah. Apologies if that wasn't clear. I think what I'm very kind of worried about is the wizards and the sheer numbers that we would be going up against. Whereas if we simply waited a little longer, we can go in without threat of being killed and pretty much clean sweep this place. And while I do, for anybody who would wish to judge me for waiting, understand the stakes, I say again, we can't save anybody if we're dead.
I agree with you, sir.
Thank you.
So I'm taking it nobody has any other spells that can cause damage to multiple targets here?
I do not have spells, sir.
Let's strategize.
Does anybody know your companion that stayed behind? What was his name? Zomorn? Do you know if he has anything like that? Maybe we can get him here to help out.
I saw him cast magic missile a couple of times. Technically, that's more than one target and would be helpful. I don't really remember what he has at his disposal off the top of my head.
More bodies would never hurt.
Well, what are we doing then? We can't just stand here.
Well, I'm gonna go find a rock to hide behind. And by rock, I mean one of those big towering rocks. to grab a rest.
All right.
And I have some strategy I'd like to discuss for when we do rate this.
Does it?
Yeah. Ava, I'm going to be laying down effect spells. But what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to take out the wizards who are definitely going to try to counterspell me. Because as much as they'd like to talk about the shield spell and how great it is and all about their mage armor, I've learned from experience that you can't counterspell an arrow. So everybody else, I guess I'll call you the tanks, I would just suggest creating a very big front line and keeping the undead inside of that so that they can remain congested. As for me, I can probably take care of that pretty quick. And after Ava, after you take care of the wizards, which there were about 2, move on to the archers, while the rest of you 3 should move on after the normal undead are taken care of to the big guy in ominous armor.
Well,
While I assist with Ava's task.
your plan works out, but what I would suggest too is that we lead off with the sneak attack from your spell.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't. I would probably request you not to launch any more after that. After, I guess, us tanks hold the attention of everybody else. You see what I mean?
So I don't hit you, yes.
Well, not just hit me, so that you don't draw too much unnecessary attention from other enemies to go after you. Because if you're going to be doing the massive spells with multiple targets, it's best to have you not focused on.
True. Also, out of character, did I get a good look at that one guy in armor?
I mean, best you saw was he was big guy in armor.
That's all I need to know. I'm going to memorize that for later, just in case. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's my plan. What time is it? I look up in the sky.
You're going into afternoon. You got here a little in the kind of early morning, and it took you a bit to get here.
Well, this looks to be a night battle, so prepare thusly. And I kick open like a bedroll. And just...
Are we out of sight here?
I hope so, because that was the idea.
Yeah, you guys were kind of up on a rise.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you weren't extremely close to the area.
I wonder if the undead moves.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do second.
All right.
So
You
we're
guys
doing
can
a
give
long
me-
rest.
Yes.
You guys can give me your perception rolls.
Well, I guess I'll do third, even though I can't see.
You guys are only waiting until nighttime, right?
Thought we were doing a long rest for Arvy to get his spells back, or do you not need that?
Technically, it's both of those things.
Short or long? What's the plan?
Long.
Okay.
If you want to make this really easy for everybody, long rest.
All right. So there's third. No, anybody want to take the fourth watch?
I'll take the fourth one then.
You guys, you kind of settle up. Are you gonna leave to somewhere where you can't see
Other
the
side.
area, or are you being close enough that you can keep an eye on this area too?
I think it would probably be best if we did it to keep an eye on the area while still remaining unseen.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys kind of sit there, and as night descends on all of you watching this camp, you don't see anything that really seems to change. You got these people who are just these things standing on the wall. They don't move. You do notice that there is movement at one point. I guess Arvio would have pointed out that it's the gate. You notice that like to the side of it, there's some movement. But other than that, the gate's never seen to open. Nothing ever seems to come out or go in. They just seem to be hanging out here. And it is nighttime now, as you guys are. Your 8 hours have gone by.
Arvio,
Well,
you want to
let's get
send
to work.
your vulture out to see what's going on in the camp right now? Anything changed?
Already on it. I throw the bird again.
All right. Same thing. Gets over there. You look through it. Nothing really seems to have changed. You do notice the two people that were by the table you cannot see anymore. You only see one who's standing by the gate.
Two people that big scary armor guy is out of sight. I imagine he's taking a snooze. Same with one of the mages. But I think we still have a very clear shot for Ava to, I don't know, stick a stick into the jugular of the one on top of the wall. So that's fine. Still according to plan. I'm sure we'll get them up very quickly. Though I do have a question. Is it not for those of you with military experience? Is it normal for officers to wear armor during sleep when they're in an encampment such as this?
If it's in wartime, some officers do, but when it's like this, they hardly ever do something like that.
Then this is going to be very funny.
But that was my world. With this one, I'm not 100% sure. It seems like you guys aren't currently in a war, so I'm assuming that they're probably not going to be wearing their armor when they go to bed.
No, boy, just an authoritarian dictatorship. They're probably very cocky, though I don't put it past them.
Arvio, I would also suggest that you periodically keep an eye out with your bird to see if you can pinpoint where your high-value targets are at.
He looks at you sideways like, what? Like he doesn't understand the term.
I'm talking about your baby mama and your lost child.
Yes, I didn't know if you meant them or people that are causing me a lot of fucking problems right now.
That's another thing I was going to tell you to do too, is keep an eye out. If you can pinpoint where those are at, they'll make Ava's job a lot easier to track them down and take care of them.
I will attempt to establish high ground, because otherwise, if I try to go through the buzzard, I'm going to be blind, and that's going to make me very easy to shoot. So, also, one moment, and then I cast a mage armor. Great, now I'm significantly less likely to die.
Did you contact them, by the way?
Here's the thing. Do you want me to contact them, or do you want me to have an extra 3rd level spell?
I mean, that's another way of locating probably where they're located at instead of using your bird to pinpoint them. Or seeing if they're still,
I know. I thought about doing it. I haven't done it because we need all that.
Alrighty.
So Ava is going to start sneaking towards the wall.
Right. To put into perspective what you guys are facing again, let me get a size here. This entire place is, so we'll just use height and width just to make things easier. It's like 95 feet in height and about 200 feet in width, so it's a pretty big place. It is sitting down in this flat area, and there is no terrain next to it that overlooks it. Only the places that you are kind of standing on now. There's a north, south, east, and west side. How would you like to approach it?
We are on what side of it currently?
You are on the west side.
And the gate is where?
On the west side.
I would like to turn my armor into desert clothes matching the color of the terrain that is here,
Ghillie
and attempt to get within 60 feet of the guys on the wall.
Right. Well, I will then assume you are approaching the west side of the wall. So go
Yes.
ahead, give me a stealth check as I make a couple rolls myself. See how these guys are actively standing, keeping watch. Perceptions, wisdom.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so you find yourself approaching up very closely to the wall. How close you want to get out from it?
Well, I'd like to get within shooting distance of it.
Okay, how far is that for your crossbow?
I think it's 60 feet. This is just for the distance. It's easier. The easiest way to do is click the button.
Go for
30
it.
feet.
All right, you're kind of crawling up. Nothing to hide behind, just relying on the cloak. Your cloak to keep you camouflaged. You are now 30 feet from it.
And I am going to hold until the action starts. But I'm going to take aim at. You said there was guys up on the wall, right?
Yeah, there's a mage and there's skeletal dudes.
That's the mage. I'm going to be keeping in my sights.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check. I'll get what is going on with this dynamic lighting.
Well, did you turn it on? Or I should say, what's wrong with it? Exactly.
Oh, right now, it's keeps throwing up fog of war on it, and it won't go away. This new dynamic lighting is just stupid.
It's been a minute.
Are we? Is the sun at our backs as we're going into the?
It is nighttime.
It's nighttime. Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say, we can blind him with the sun as we're running
Sun
up.
not included. Though to be fair, Philip could probably do some sun shit and be like, "Alas, foul evildoer, get fucked" or something.
Okay. I could just light up my sword.
Okay, so you scan around and you do find somebody who you would assume to be a wizard.
All right.
And you are now set up. So what are the rest of you all doing?
I'm going to try and sneak until I am 250 feet away, more or less, from the front gate.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth.
Okay, I'm gonna. Please do not fuck me now. Get. Whew.
You're trying to get how close?
250 feet. Because the range on this spell is long. Because the range is 300 feet, so this should be able to get the... One, I'm far out of counter spell range. 2, I'm way out of the action, so they won't target me. And 3, I'll still be able to do what I need to do and wipe out most of their ground forces.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
You start heading down, and you watch as an orb of light ignites next to the gate, which is the person you are watching, Ava, and flies up in the air. And you can see the person kind of leaning forward, and he is looking in the direction of Arvio, or well, from where you guys came from. And all of a sudden, you see him disappear.
I see him disappear, like just
Yep.
in a flash of light.
No, he like moves and disappears behind the wall.
But it did not appear he saw me.
Nope. You saw him throw out some kind of source of light, and he looked like he was trying to focus off in the distance in the way you came, and then he just turned around and split. That is what you made out from his actions.
All right, well, I'm holding.
I'm surprised
Alright.
you didn't shoot out of character. I'm surprised you didn't just shoot him out of the air. Because if that broke his concentration, he would just die. Anyway.
So you see this source of light also go into the air. It does not go that far, but it is still hovering there. What do you wish to do?
Me?
Yes.
This doesn't change my plan. Although it does make me hustle a little bit quicker. And I'm gonna just bring down the
Hold on. Sorry. I think once that kind of happened, Lex is gonna start making his way to Arvio to get ready to run from his position in, is what he'll do.
Okay.
So I'm currently making my way to where Arvio is at.
Alrighty. So you're marching your way down. That leaves Grim, who I'm assuming is heading that way because he just sent me a message. And I guess Philip, you gonna go with him?
Yeah, and I take my elk with me because he doesn't disappear. He might become useful.
You can
Random
charge
elk
right
in the
in
middle
now.
of the-
All right.
Subtle. All right.
What do you wish to do, Arvio?
I take some dust in my hand. I take out my water flask. I make a couple of drips onto it. I rub my hands together, and I cast right behind the gate where they're all piled up.
You cast what?
Ice storm. And you roll the saves for all of the zombies at once, right?
Yes, but I have these ones broken up in group to make combat go faster. So.
All right, cool. Well, one of them is only a 6. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was the wrong one. Please excuse me. Yeah, this.
Well, your portent is to target a creature. I roll for 1 just to make it more efficient. Or I roll
Darn, I
once
thought
to
I
make it
could
more
play the
efficient.
rules. Oh well. One zombie's not making it. I'll be effective on one.
All right. So one of them doesn't make it, and 16 is the DC,
Yes.
Yeah.
or dexterity saving throw.
Uh-huh.
All right, and then they take 24 damage.
That they take 23 damage.
All right. Will you all watch as you're making your way down? You all watch this hellstorm of ice appear and just rain down behind the wall. You cannot see what is going on.
I'm running. Run to the gate.
And I'm just going to stay back, kind of find a rock, so that I can kind of start going from cover to cover.
I mean, I'm gonna stop 60 feet probably away from the gate, but yeah, as far as I know, I'm getting closer to where we need to be.
Okay.
Unless
you
if
guys
we're
are
fighting
not,
out in the open.
you guys are not trying to stealth.
Not after that.
I'm
I
ready
mean,
my elk
if
to
we
whip
could, then yeah, I'll try stealthing, but
it.
I highly doubt we can do that.
Well, you guys are in darkness. That's obscured vision, so it's
18
gonna be disadvantage
disadvantage for them or me.
for all of you. If you're running towards it, you're gonna be making a bracket.
I don't think there is a point of me to roll since I'm riding fucking elk.
Here's Philip.
Mine's a 15 for stealth.
This is the best tree I've seen forever.
Ava, as you are laying there, you do notice on the wall what you would, from RVO telling you, assume to be skeletons. There seems to be more and more converging on the gate after that spell happened.
Okay, but no sign of the mage,
Nope.
the wizard.
Nope.
All right. Then I am going to stay in cover, or stay in what I believe to be a hidden state until I see my target.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay, I'm just taking care of the aftermath of RVO spell here. Give me a second.
That's fine.
D&D.
Also, can I just say this spell? Arvia was so glad he stole this lady's spell book. This spell is so good.
RVO, you are standing back. A lot of other things are gonna happen.
I got Philip's turn all prepared in a voice clip.
Have this shit be prepared. What the fuck?
Okay, you guys running in are going to get to. Oh man, that's not that far. You're gonna just enter the 320-foot range when a bunch of arrows are just gonna rain toward all of you. You're all gonna get hit. I'm gonna just roll to see how many. Okay. So Grim, you're gonna get hit by 2, and Philip, you're gonna get hit by 1 arrow. So
Okay.
you, Grim, are going to take. That will be 5 damage, and then that will be another 5 damage. And Philip, who got hit by 1, you are just gonna take 3 damage as the arrows just come flying. They pretty sporadic, being you're so far away and they're shooting into the darkness.
I hope my elk wasn't hit because he doesn't have much HP.
No, he did not get hit. But as
Okay.
you guys are barreling down, making all this racket, they seem to just be shooting out after that spell went off.
I'm assuming I
move?
made the stealth save for that.
No, they just sucked in their rolls.
Oh, I didn't get hit at all? Wow.
So we will go ahead and roll initiative. Yes, I will move you over to a map and hopefully you cannot see everything. Yeah, I should only be able to see this and some of the stuff up on the wall.
I can only see my token.
I can only see my token, but damn, if the dynamic lighting doesn't look great. Shit. Every time I enter combat, and I remember who I'm playing. Shit.
Do not know why this dynamic lighting is not working.
It's working for me. It looks great. I don't know what the problem is.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
You
Okay.
guys see everything, or
No, we
just
just
over
see
here?
the wall.
I see the
edge.
wall. Yeah.
Okay, you can see the stuff up on the wall.
Yeah, we can
Like
see.
yeah.
I
this
can
up here?
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
Their new system sucks. I like the old system better.
It's got to say, the past sessions, my initiative rolls have been always low. Don't know what's going on.
X. So they are gonna be. So you guys are close now, but you had just reached the 320 range when they loosed their arrows in your direction. So you're still a little ways out, and I just need to take care of a couple other things real quick, and then we will go ahead and get started.
Am I actually there, or am I much further back? Because I was
You're
They're back.
you're 250 feet back.
okay.
You watched as a bunch of arrows flew over your head and in the direction of your advancing party that you can hear, as they are not being quiet. I mean, one of them's on a bugling elk, apparently.
I like to think it's like glowing too, just in my head. It might not actually be, but it's like a big glowing ethereal elk, and I'm like, ah, that's something.
I mean, actually, I wanted it to be like a spirit of the forest. So,
so actually,
just
that's exactly
bright
what you're thinking.
yellow. I mean, you probably look back and you can see some blue glowing eyes running up to you.
Yeah, that's not the scariest thing I've seen in the last entire campaign. This is fine.
These ones down here are going to shoot again in your general direction. These ones up here are going to make a separate shot, but they all miss. So you guys will get hit. You guys will take 3 points of damage as arrows just rain down on you. Grim, it is your turn. Remember, you are 320 feet away. You see this thing floating in the air that's shining light. It is pretty high up in the air. You can barely make out the walls and stuff thanks to the moonlight, and you can see some radiant light from inside kind of leaking outwards. "60 feet, all right. Is that going to be your turn? All right, Ava, it is your turn. Ava?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I'm going to hold my action, waiting to see if one of those wizard guys pops his head over. And if so, I'm going to try to pop him in the face.
Right, I will say being as close as you are, because you are really right there, you can hear shouting commotion coming from the inside.
Okay.
But other than that, you don't see anything. So Lex, it is your turn.
Might be a bad idea, but I'm going to rage and then dash 80 feet.
80 feet, all right. So you are running Grim, and all of a sudden you see this metal man just go sprinting past you. Just a little bit ahead of you, but still making more progress than you are. Philip.
so,
Actually, no, yeah, it is your turn. Never mind.
I imagine elks can dash as well, right?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm dashing with my elk, so I'm traveling 100 feet.
100 feet.
Yeah, because he's
Do you
based.
have a sound effect ready for that?
Yes, he does.
Yes, his base speed is 50. So
That's amazing. Continue.
All right, then you are going to make it 220 feet. You're by far outdoing them, though Lex is doing a pretty good job, at least of now, maintaining. Do you do anything yourself in particular? You gonna jump off?
no. I'm still riding it. But I don't. All I can see is probably. Oh well, I can't see anything yet. But oh yeah, actually, as a bonus action, I'm gonna actually light up my sword. So I'm using command blaze, and now I have light.
Just a target at this
Yeah,
point.
you guys are safe. I'm gonna take it on.
Dude, he's the tank. He's doing his job. He attracted all the aggro.
Also, if by any chance they're not gonna kill my elk, I'm gonna try and break through the gate with my elk.
That's pretty rad, actually. That's pretty good.
So we'll see how it goes. So that's all.
All right. RVO, it is your turn. Are you on there? Okay, Ava, you
I
are.
am here, yes. I'm staying back. I'm pretty sure that whoever... I have no idea if that character is keeping an eye on me, because he definitely saw me before. I think he ducked behind the wall, you said?
He disappeared. Not that you would know that.
I saw the light, but alright.
Yeah, you saw the light fly up in the sky. You did not see what he did. The light is still hovering up in the sky.
I'm going to continue to kind of stay low, but I'm going to cast Fly and kind of, while they're all distracted with the frontal assault of this keep, I'm going to just sit, like the wings come out and I just kind of stay very low to the ground, and just start zooming like from cover to cover, getting like maybe like 30 feet closer.
Right. Well, you said you were 250 feet out?
Yeah, so I'd be moving onto the side, but
So you'll be
moving out to either
220
60.
feet?
Yeah, basically.
All right. And that's all you do?
That's all I do.
Philip, the person who just ignited something,
Yep,
is now going to become...
the main target. Yes. Ooh.
I believe that was his plan.
How many hit you?
Oh, you're asking me how many will hit me?
No, I'm saying how many will hit you.
Oh, okay.
How
Yeah.
many will hit you? How many are going to shoot at you? How many are going to shoot at your elk? Okay. So you are going to take... and then... You're going to take 22 points of damage as these arrows, all these things start shooting directly at you. Your elk is even going to get hit by 2 of them, which that first one is going to be 6 damage, and that is going to be 7 damage.
No way!
For a
13!
total of 13. Yep.
Shit!
That is all?
Yeah, he's gone. 13 is exactly how much health he has.
Alright, and it just disappears, right?
Pendulax.
Yeah, it disappears. Can I attempt to acrobatically land?
Sure, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Oh, I have plus
With-
2. Oh, with a disadvantage, right?
No, not
Okay.
you.
All right, so that's
You're the only one who does not have disadvantage.
That's
7?
That's a 5.
Alright.
It already adds the 2, so that's a 5.
Oh no, it's from dexterity, but I have the aura that adds to saving.
Oh, I see. Ignore me.
Well, you will take another 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you all of a sudden your elk just disappears and you slam right into the ground, coming to a halt. And those of you watching this, you see this happen to Philip.
Well, I tried.
And Grim, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna be dashing more.
All right, so you move another 60 feet. 200. All right, it's Ava. It's your turn. You've not seen another head poke back up. You hear a lot of commotion coming in from inside, yelling, but you can't really make out what's being said.
I'm still holding course. Same thing, holding my action, waiting to see if one of the
All right.
mages pops their heads up.
Alrighty, Lex, it is your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and dash rages off of me now because I was
Yep.
hoping to get hit. As I'm running by Philip, I'm going to tell him you might want to put the sword out and then just continue dashing.
Well, I had my sword out actually.
No. I mean, extinguish the flame.
Oh,
And continue running.
All right, you would then be 140 feet away.
Ooh, me? Sweet.
Yes, Philip. You are prone, so we'll take half your movement to get up.
that's fair. So, well, I'm gonna travel. Well, I'm gonna dash, so that's gonna be still 30 feet. So, I'm not extinguishing my sword. I'm still trying to take the attention from Lex and Grim.
As soon as I say that and I look back and see that he's getting up and he's not extinguishing it, I just book it. I start running faster.
It's good motivation. This is how the drill sergeants used to do it.
So yeah, I'll only try for 30 feet then.
Damn it, man, can't. I got shot with an arrow.
All right, so you are. You made your movement closer. You're actually still going to be, because your elk put you way ahead of Lex. You will still be in front of them. Arvio, it is your turn.
Still, they're still running, so I'm just trying to wave off to the side to keep the attention off of me. So I'm now. Let me think. This is going to be just like the sandworm battle. I feel. I am now 190 feet away from the fortress.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like going in between, staying low, going from cover to cover, making myself hard to hit. OC in the first place.
So the two groups are going to fire on you again.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to get hit by 4. You will take. It's not right.
Hopefully not 30.
No, you will take 20 points of damage as 4 of the arrows come flying and nailing into you. You at this point looking like a pincushion.
Oh, I imagine. I'm gonna heal myself in my turn.
All right, well, Grim, it is your turn.
It's gonna dash up again.
All right, so another 60. That will put you. No, that's not what I put in. I'll put you at 80 feet away.
Yep. Almost on the board now.
Almost. Ava, you hold your turn again?
Yep, same thing.
All right, Lex, it is your turn.
How far am I away? 120 feet?
Yes. You are still technically, because this is all happening at the same time, you're still technically ahead of Grim.
Okay.
Unless you decide to come to a stop, at which point he would pass you up.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and run. 20. Yeah, I'll go ahead and dash. Just outside of the sunlight area, and then I'm basically going to be out away from Philip.
Smart idea.
So he doesn't, cast a light on my ass. So that's what I'm planning on doing.
Yep. Okay. So Philip, I assume, will make it as well, but you are going to. Basically, that will be you there as you come charging in. So this is your actual location.
Okay.
And then Philip, it will be your turn.
Okay. So I only just remember that I got this. so going forward, now I know I'm supposed to be walking 40 feet, not 30. I completely forgot about this. So I'm not gonna dash this time because I need to heal myself. So I'm gonna use lay on hands and put 30 points in me. So I'm somewhat decent now. And I'm just using my now 40 feet of movement to get closer.
All right, so then that will put you here. So this is your actual location on the map.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You come running up. Arvio, it is your turn.
Well, I think at this point Arvio is seeing this carnage. Like, I'm not gonna call it carnage. It's actually nothing close. But I think he kind of has a plan formulating, where he's gonna come up to the side of the fort, so that he can kind of look in, because they seem to be very focused on the front. So I'm going to advance up to. I'm gonna start shooting a little bit more straight towards it. So I'm gonna advance up to. I'm 190 now, so 150.
150. All right.
And so that's 4 right here. Okay, yeah.
All right. So these two here and these ones up here are gonna shoot at you, Grim, because they're all one group. And that is a natural 1. So all of them miss, and then these ones. Or sorry, Philip, I meant.
Mhm.
And then these ones down here are gonna shoot at you, Lex, as you come running in, because they are another group. And that is a 19, so that's gonna hit. I see. You'll take 23 points of piercing damage as all these ones down here just lay into you with arrows.
Okay.
And then Grim, it is your turn. So you're directly behind these guys.
Yep, I'll just be dashing again.
All right. Now that then will put you right here. So that will be you, unless you're running at it from an angle or something. I want to be somewhere else, but that is 20 feet away. Okay.
I want to start raging.
All right, so you run up and you go into a rage. Ava, it is your turn, as all of a sudden you can hear your companions directly behind you running up towards this gate.
I'm still holding just for maybe this one last turn as I watch them running past me, but I'm still going to be holding for the to see if a wizard pops his head out.
Alrighty.
The first wizard you see is me, and you fucking capped me. I did it.
Actually, wouldn't rage end if I just raged then not did anything, right? Then I don't want to do that.
Oh, this is
You,
next,
you
your
can
next turn.
rage. It's your next
Okay,
turn.
just
So if
making
you
sure.
get
I'm just
hit, you're
making
good.
sure.
As long as you get hit. Philip, it is your turn.
Oh, didn't you skip Lex's turn?
Alex? Yes, Lex, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Bonus action rage. How tall are these walls here?
12 feet. You got these spikes in front of them, too.
I'm about to ram the gate, so if you want to join me.
And these are five tile squares, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go here. Can I see these guys up here?
Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna pull out a javelin. Is there any way I can pull out 2 without taking an action, or is it just 1 for a free action?
There'll just be 1.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out 1 javelin and I'm gonna throw it at that one.
Alright, go for it.
I
That,
think you hit.
that hits.
Yeah. Yep.
I think you absolutely fucking destroy it.
I don't know why
it's-
there's a -5, though. But
I had Great Weapon Master set on it, so regard that. So it's not +10 on it. So 10 points of damage to him. So this one here.
that one there?
Yeah.
Alright, it goes through it and it takes off a bunch of bones, but it is still standing, just barely.
That's my turn.
Alright, now Philip, it is your turn.
So I'm actually 40 feet from the gate.
Wait. Does
Yes,
rage
you are.
damage add to throwing weapons?
No,
So
it's melee only.
I'm just gonna use my normal speed.
Yeah, it's melee only.
here
Right.
and try to use my strength, like to shoulder dash the gate and try to open it for others.
All right, go ahead and give me a strength check. Yeah, give me a strength check. I guess is your athletics higher?
Athletics. Yes, it is.
Go ahead and roll that one instead.
Okay. Slightly better.
All right, you slam into it. You hear a bunch of creaking and groaning. As you look at this, being someone who knows wood, you know this is sturdy wood, and this seems to be well made and put together. So you
So it did
think
not.
it might take a little bit of work. You heard
Oh,
creaking and cracking, but it did not burst open.
All right, I'll just stay where I am.
Almost like these guys made this so people couldn't just break in. Arvio, it is your turn.
Who'd have thunk? Advancing, starting to shoot much straighter at the fortress now to 100 feet.
All right.
We're getting closer.
So only this one here is going to try to shoot at you, because Philip, because the only one that can directly see you,
Mhm.
and that will miss. And actually, I take it back. These two here, seeing you bash against the wall, are going to try to shoot at you too. That will hit.
Mhm.
That will miss. So you will take 6 points of piercing damage from one of these ones here.
Alright.
The other two here are going to shoot at you, Grim. 15 plus.
I'd be at 19.
I gotta find their character sheet, see how much it does. Oh, 19 is what they get. 15 plus 4. So you will take 8 points of piercing damage.
So halved or all together?
That's all together. So about 8. You'll take 4. And then these ones here gonna shoot at you, Lex. See if they hit.
Alrighty.
Forgot what your AC is.
15.
15? Okay, they got a 17. So you'll take. You'll take 5 points of piercing damage, and that is already halved.
Okay.
So Grim, it is your turn.
Alright, here comes the slaughter. Hopefully.
He's just gonna be like, gate? Who needs that?
Alright,
Double.
so I'm gonna move here.
Alright.
Move my guy up onto the ledge where they're all at and teleport to it.
Alright.
And I start swinging on this one right next to me.
Go for it. $13 will just hit it. And I am revealing this. This is only what you can see. Nobody else can see this.
Well, +2 for rage as well.
+2 for rage.
So 13 damage slashing. Sorry, I forgot to tick the modifier.
Alright, so this is what you see as you fly up here.
Alright.
You and only you. Just so. Okay. So this guy gets destroyed as you cut into him.
And with my last thing of movement, I'll move on to that dead body and swing at the one Lex hit.
Go for it. It looks like it has 2 bones holding it together. See if you can finish it. That definitely hits. And that is way more than enough to send it scattering across. You hear, as you jump up there and you cut those 2 down, you hear some commotion going on down here.
Alright, with my bonus action, I'm gonna I'm gonna unleash my, not unleash, but do my echo again. 15 feet in front of me, then I'm gonna unleash Incarna and hit him through my echo.
Go for it. Is your teleporting not a bonus action?
No. It takes movement.
22
Well,
hits.
let me see. I don't think it's a bonus action. Yes, it is. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's just. Alright, that's fine. I'll put it back. Just had to make sure.
All right.
Been a while.
My turn.
So you, as you are standing up there, okay, you watch as a bolt of fire goes flying past you from over this direction somewhere. Not really sure where exactly. You just saw it come from that direction. And then you hear some shouting coming from that way as well. In fact, all of you except Arvio hear shouting coming from in there. And then that will then bring us to you, Ava.
Alrighty. I can see this guy, correct?
Correct.
Please roll a deception for him. He needs to beat a 10. Wonderful.
You got a 17 minus because skeleton's charisma.
He doesn't have that much of a minus.
It's 3, so yeah, he beats your 10.
But I am going to fire one shot at him.
Are you
That
still stealth though?
It doesn't matter. I don't think I don't get that. I'm not
You don't get sneak attack damage from it since they don't really know where you're at. That's what I was just asking.
No, I need to have an advantage for some reason, and I don't get advantage from not being seen. That's a different kind of rogue. So that's 10 damage. Not ignore the sneak attack on it. On that guy, is he still standing?
And damage, he would still be standing. Yes.
All right. Well, that's really all I can do. I'm going to actually get up and move over here with these guys.
So you would get advantage on that.
I would.
Yeah.
Mhm. When a creature can't see you, this is not rogues at all. When a creature can't see you, you have advantage on attack rolls against it. If you are hidden both unseen and unheard, you can make an attack.
Well, then it's
So
20. It's 21 damage.
21 damage? Okay, that is enough to send him scattering.
The 16 was the advantage attack, just in case I got a
Natural.
critical.
It makes
So,
sense.
but then I'm going to move there.
Right. You are no longer stealth. Lex, it is your turn.
How sturdy are these spikes?
They look pretty fortified.
Are they in the ground or are they up on the wall?
They're kind of stacked up on each other, and they go up halfway up the wall, and they're kind of attached both in the ground and to the wall.
He's asking if he can climb them.
That's
Not
what I
without
was
taking
thinking.
damage.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll climb it. They get up on the wall. So yeah, pretty much
All right,
straight here.
So
on
it will
top of
be
that.
difficult terrain.
It's fine.
So what
40
is
feet
your
of
movement?
movement.
All right.
Well, my next turn was gonna go look over and see if I can open the gate.
So climbing, it will cost you an extra 1 foot of movement, so you are 20 feet, and then it will be half of that. And this is 12 feet tall, so you do not get up on top of it. And then you will take 6 points of piercing damage as these things are just cutting into you, even being the metal you are as you're trying to climb up. So
Would
you're
that be
still on the side of them.
3? Would that be 3 since I'm raging?
Sure would.
Alrighty.
All right, so you all see Lex just start climbing up these things. And Philip, it is your turn.
Goodness gracious. Okay, so the gate seems to be sturdy enough to withstand most hits. So
You think you can break it down, but it's gonna take either a
Take a
big group
while.
of people or it's gonna take you by yourself a while.
Okay, so I could try and do it efficiently, or I can do it or I can let it. I could let the luck decide whether I'm gonna get it or not. And if you allow me, I'm gonna roll wisdom to see which one I'm gonna pick.
Go for it.
Okay, so if it's under 10, I'm going with the luck. It is under fucking 10. So Arvia gave me a one of the beans from the.
Oh, you shit! You're doing this now.
Yes, I'm doing this now. I rolled for it.
Okay.
And he did tell me that random things can grow out of them, including trees and whatnot. So,
And I
hopefully,
really like trees.
You're gonna stick it under the gate.
I'm
Hope
gonna
to
put it.
pry out.
I'm gonna literally plant it under the gate, and hope that it's gonna break through the gate, including the.
Damn well better hope that thing doesn't turn into a pyramid.
It is luck. It is luck.
Again.
Oh.
Peace.
All right.
I'm-
Well,
Yeah,
just
I believe it's 1d100.
indeed it is.
Oh,
And I'm trying to find
I'm gonna delete this from my inventory now.
a bean to put there,
Mm-hmm. Like literally under the planks or whatnot.
just
Just
so we can remember that's there.
Want
And
it
I'm
to be
gonna-
like an hour
and
to
I'm-
grow.
Is it an hour? I thought
I
it was.
don't know.
I thought it was instant. Once you put it in the ground, I thought it just pops out a random effect of the 1d.
Okay. We will use this water jug, put it there. You guys will see what will happen. Gonna go ahead. I'm sorry, I need to take my dog outside. She's
That's fine.
sitting over there whining and she's crippled, so I have to go take care of that. I will be back.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I am in suspense.
You know, I'm gonna read on this because I thought it was instant.
I cannot wait. I want to see if there's something big in that.
You
I'm
have-
gonna go
you-
for it.
You have to water it, and then it produces an effect in a minute later in the ground.
I mean, I would. Would
You're
you
gonna
say I could
start
use?
peeing on it.
Would you say I could use my what was it?
Water
Uh,
skin.
Yeah, water skin as a bonus action for it.
Oh, he's currently.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 1 minute. Okay. So in approximately 4 turns, something's gonna happen.
10.
First,
No, is it 10?
And
Okay.
it is 10. 'cause the
Each
is
round is
6
6 seconds.
Oh, all right.
So we're gonna have
Oh,
to
we
wait
got.
10 times.
Oh my god! I can imagine us forgetting about this. Oh, Philip's gonna be confused because
Look, it's my love and my child and pyramid. What the fuck? What the fuck?
he was laughing so hard his mic was cutting out.
He's just like trying to hold his ears. What the fuck?
So Lex's first combat back, he rolls a natural 20. That's. I'm kind of salty about that, but still pretty good hit.
What, is it because Zilmorn can't hit the broadside of a barn?
Oh no, Zomorn can hit. It's just that I used that natural 20 on something that doesn't do a lot of damage. I was hoping to be like minimalistic on it, but it worked out. I mean, I knew Grim was going to get up there and finish the one off. So I'm just trying to get up to help. Is what I was trying to do.
Everyone is being weird. I'm like the most sane one in this combat so far.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Well, at least you can provide cover for Philip
and I'm
there.
being stealthy. I don't.
You
think
guys
I'm-
all charging. I'm just sitting there like wondering what all this commotion is going behind me, watching arrows fly over the wall.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone being crazy. It's all
When
you.
you have 2 tanks that are in full plate, it's kind of hard to be stealthy. I'm just saying.
That was the idea, actually. You'll be fine. You have a felon.
Yeah, I mean, Like, the only reason why he's not helping you, Philip, is because he knows that that's going to be fortified, and the easiest way is just to climb over the wall. So that's what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, technically, you as a construct, you don't feel pain, I guess.
No, he feels pain.
Well, I feel pain. It's just
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
raging, and it's just like little pokes.
Yeah,
At this
there you
point.
go. I feel like I would feel it a little bit, deeper than you.
He's a barbarian. He feels pain when he chooses to feel pain.
You hear Grim? All right.
Yeah, I am here.
Okay. Then you planted your seed. That's what that
Yeah.
jug resembles. It does not do anything.
Yeah,
As you see.
Yeah, Philip would probably be confused because he thought it would be like immediate or something. Oh, also, is it okay if I use the bonus action to apply some water from water skin on it?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So I'm just standing there confused.
Yeah, you're going to just be standing there for the next 9 rounds.
Oh, no. On the next round, I'm going to move, but it's just like, oh, it doesn't work.
I'm terrified. I'm actually petrified.
Alrighty, Arvio, it is your turn.
Again, going a little bit more straight here, I'm going to just start hitting straight at the place. And I think I'm 100 feet away. So I'm going to advance 55 feet so that I can kind of come in behind these rocks. So I should be 45 feet outside the map now. And I'll be entering it the next turn.
Alrighty. So these ones up here, seeing somebody trying to climb the wall, are all going to shoot at you. Let's see if they hit. They will hit you.
Yes.
And
Yes, good.
Give me that damage.
Good.
you will take, this is already have 6 points of piercing damage as you just get riddled in the back with arrows. And then Grim, you being up there, that I think is going to, yeah, they will miss you. So these ones down here shoot at you.
Yeah, because my AC's at 21 again.
Oh, yep. Well, they miss you, and that will bring it to your turn, Grim, as arrows just go flying past you.
Well, my plan is to walk over here, see if I can see down to see if there's any way I can open the gate.
Right. There is a fence there. You can easily look over it. It will use your movement to kind of like hurdle over it. But you do see a lever that's just sitting there. The actual gate's as tall as the rest of the fence, so it's 12 feet. And it's a free action to interact with gates or with levers if you wish. Yeah, you can lean over. You would, if you climbed over it, it's right next to you. So right here is a walkway that's separated from this walkway here, and you see it on this walkway right there. So if you climbed over, it's literally like it's bumping into your knee at this point.
Yeah, that's what I want to do and open it.
Okay. All right, Philip, as you're standing there, you watch the gates fling open.
Oh.
And everybody who can see things, what do you see?
I'm like, there you go, Philip.
I'll just wave. Thank you.
Jesus, Arvio.
I would like.
Your kill streak's just getting higher. Oh my god.
As a man who knows death, allow me to introduce you.
Okay, that won't work because it's 12 feet in the air.
I'd like to think Grim looked down at this and he's almost impressed.
He does have a smile on his face.
Yeah, they're laying there. Their armor's all dented in. You can see some of them are still kind of frozen where it hit. You can definitely tell this was the spell that Arvio cast that decimated them.
Because it took 15. What? It's only 10 movement. Okay.
You would have had to hurdle over that, which I will say would take you extra A foot of movement.
Okay, well, I move my guy here, and that would only be 11 feet, and I'll teleport to my Echo.
Alrighty.
And at the end of my turn, I think it's... Oh no, it's still within 30 feet of me. I'm good. I think that'll be my turn.
Okay, so you guys are all gonna see stuff happen here very quickly, very fast. As you hear shouting coming from over in this direction, I will reveal it to you. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now. It's gonna hold on. I gotta reveal this in a certain way. So I'm just right now trying to reveal things. You will start to see stuff move. I guess anybody needs to run away from the computer real quick. This would be a great time to do it.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right, I'll be right back.
You're fine for now. All right. We will wait until they get back. Actually, I'll go ahead and reveal these guys.
All right, I'm back. Ooh,
All right.
those are scary.
Yeah, back now.
All right. There's another back. Did Philip take off too?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. 'Cause I don't remember Ava taking off. You're still here, right, Ava?
Nope.
I guess not.
Wait.
Better mute it. Nope.
I'm
Okay.
back. I'm back.
All right. Just waiting for Ava.
Just want to say this map's awesome. So Dick,
Thank you. Took me a while to figure out how I wanted to make it. I want to make something that was fun, maybe a little challenging. Though I did expect Arvio to just run in with his nukes. I had expected that. So
The two heavy hitters is now no longer just Grim, whose defense is on point. Arvio is now like really good offense and
I'm back.
area control.
So you all watch as this person here is shouting orders. There's so much commotion going on. If you want to give me perception, see if you hear what he says. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to.
I'll give it a go.
I was sorry, I was on the wrong one. This guy here is shouting stuff.
Which one?
The one in the middle.
Oh, would I be able to hear him from this distance?
Depends how high your perception is. 'Cause there is currently a lot of combat going on.
is this for all of us?
If you want to see if you can hear him, otherwise you can't.
I'm gonna do disadvantage because I'm on the wall. I don't think I can hear him that well.
I
Alright,
would like
sounds
to
good.
try, but I'm not confident.
I'm gonna use my passive one, so 11.
Yeah.
11. Yeah, you don't hear him.
Okay.
You don't hear him either, Lex. Ava and Grim, you don't hear him. Ava, you hear him shouting to focus fire on the one on the wall. And then you are going to watch as Fireball appears right here. So I need the two of you to give me
Where?
dexterity saving throws. Right here. It's on the wall.
Oh shit.
So you guys down here are getting missed by it. You don't have to worry about it. So basically, Grim and Lex, give me dexterity saving throws. Lex or Grim, yours will be disadvantage. And then it sounds good.
Do I get disadvantage or anything? I got danger sense on top.
No, I will say you have advantage. You don't have the. Actually, no, you do get it. Philip's the only one that doesn't have disadvantage.
No,
So-
I can have disadvantage. It's just
No, there's something going on that gives everybody but you disadvantage.
that's all right.
So you will get a regular roll, Lex, and you as well, Grim.
Well, mine's
That'll be-
mine's 11 then, without the advantage.
All
So we
right.
both get the brunt of that.
You're going to take the full force of this level 3 fireball that exploded right next to you. That's 8, okay.
Yup.
We need Arvio to pull something out of his sleeve now.
Oh, dude, I'm working on it. I'm gonna.
Fireball on that fucker.
I need 2 more turns to get to him, though.
That is 5, 10, 18 plus 1, 2, 3, 24 damage to both of you as a fireball just explodes right here. And you watch as the wood kind of goes splintering as well, kind of takes out a chunk. Walkway is still there, but the wood is now on fire. And you guys took that damage, full brunt of it. And other guy. He's just gonna point at you, Grim. Is he no wrong thing? Is he close enough to cast that? Yes, he is. He's just gonna cast a fire bolt at you. He's not gonna do a ball. So he needs to see if he hits. That will hit you. 19 plus whatever his thing is. So you will take. Okay. Alright, you'll take 6 points of another fire damage as a bolt just flies through the air and slams into you. And they are going to move. Here. And that is their turn. This guy is going to run and he jumps down in this hole and he pulls out his weapon, which is a great sword. And he shouts out loud enough for you guys to hear. He is shouting this for you to hear. Stand down or they will get slaughtered. And you can see the two of you on the wall sees that he takes his weapon out and he puts it to this person he's standing next to. Ava, it is your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to dash.
All right.
Get to the corner of the wall here, and I believe yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to shoot that mage.
Go for it.
At disadvantage because I'm unfortunately 35 feet away from him.
That will hit.
All right. Well, I've got the sneak attack off, so
I hope you just make him explode, like
10 damage.
stand that'll kill people. And he's like,
All right, it flies and it sinks into him, and he kind of recoils from the blast, and he looks up at you, and he got anger in his eyes.
Yep.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, Lex, you're still climbing up this wall here.
Fuck, do I want to... I don't want to do anything, because I know what they're probably going to do. You said I was, what, 10 feet up? Give or take?
Yes, you had 2 more feet to go, which you could easily get up. I will say though that it will do one more piercing damage to you if you continue climbing up it.
No, I'm going to push off the wall and drop down.
All right. So I'll put you back there. Okay.
Yep. And then I am going to cast. Here. What is the rod? What does it do? Yeah, I'll pull out the rod and say Rut, and then use a level 3 Cure Wounds spell on myself.
Alrighty.
So that is. Is it 3d8 plus my spellcasting modifier? Oh wait, I can't do that, so I'm going to end my rage. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So that would be. See, rage is a bonus action, isn't it? To end it.
No, you just end it.
Oh, I just end it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's. Is it 3d8? I can't remember.
So, see,
Second
it would
level
be
higher.
3d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
So I add an extra 1 to that because I got 1 charisma.
Cure wounds. Is
I'm a
that
paladin.
a cleric?
No, it's a paladin spell too. But because I'm a paladin, my spellcasting modifier is charisma.
Okay.
So it's just a +1 to that. D8. $14, $15. So 40. Still bloodied. And then how much of my movement would I have left after that?
If you just dropped off, you have your full movement.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and go 40 feet. So
You run up there and start wading through the bodies of undead.
fuck yeah. That's it. That's my turn.
All right, Philip, it is your turn.
Okay. Is there like a space underneath the archers? Like,
Yes, there is.
I'll try to move as close to the wall as possible so they wouldn't have a clean shot at me. And I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'll move about here, 40 feet. Can I see the hole? Like, is that a hole?
Yes.
And I assume I cannot see this guy anymore.
Nope.
Okay, that is troubling. So honestly, I'm just gonna shoot this guy with my guiding bolt because I believe he is in the clearance of sight for me. So
You get 250 feet, by the way, on that.
Pardon? I know 120 feet, but I can't see this guy, and I feel like he is in the clearer sight to me.
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. So
sorry.
I'm using that. So spell DC 13.
You need to make a ranged attack.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a range. It's not a spell save. It's a ranged attack.
So it's plus. What was it?
I don't know how you have it on your character sheet. You should be able to just click it as an attack.
Hmm.
It should be underneath.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Right.
That missed.
Yep.
Completely whiff.
God damn it!
He's already standing there glaring at you, or at Ava, and then you step up and do that, and he kind of turns his attention towards you, and you kind of watch as a sickly smile just creeps on his face.
As long as he's focusing on me.
Right, and is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, then Arvio, it is your turn.
I have a need of force speed, and hang on, 1, 2, 3. I have now entered the map. Arvio is now in play. And I can't do anything because I used all 60 feet of movement. So.
All right. That your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Grim, you're going to be shot by these ones down here. See if they hit you. That will not be a hit. Lex, you're going to get shot by the 3 up top.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not raging either, so.
That will not be a hit either. So you guys just watch as arrows go flying, whizzing past you. And Grim, it is now your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna go right here and swing.
Right, go for it.
Oh, that's 11. I miss.
Indeed, you do.
So I'm
You
gonna
get
swing
another
again and miss again.
Completely miss.
Then I'm going to bonus action. Call my echo over here. In between them right there. And unleash incarnation.
Right.
To that one right in front of me.
22 will hit. And you do that one.
Yeah, the one right above it.
Alright. It is bloodied but still standing.
And I am gonna do my second wind.
Alrighty.
Or wait, I already used my bonus action. Never mind. So yeah, that's it.
Alright. This guy here, still staring at you, kind of glances over at Philip, got a sickly look on his face, and you watch as he just points his hand into the pit.
Yep.
And you all watch right in here, in this little spot, as a little bead appears and then just quickly expands into a fireball. Well, I guess I will give them a chance. See if they take the full damage. Oh, they're going to take the full damage. How much health do NPCs have?
Like 10 or like 4.
It is extremely low. So, that is how much? $33 damage. Alright, that kills everybody within... How big is it? 20-foot spear? So all these people here just get incinerated by fireball. Fireball. And this dude here, he is also going to point down in here, and you watch as another one just blows up. This one's going to be here. So, 20-foot range. They'll be saved. They won't. So that person right there is the only one that's going to be saved from that. I will give them another chance. I don't think it really matters. I'm just making the rolls anyways, and that's another 26. You guys watch as these 2 fireballs go off. You see men, women, and children just get engulfed as they scream out in agony. And you watch as the ball goes away and settles. They are just charred bodies now lying at the bottom of this pit. And he, as I'm going through doing all those who got hit, is going to say, "You had your chance to stand down. Now watch them all die." and he will step up and he will stab this one who's just cowering on the ground right through the chest. Why don't you guys give me everybody who can see? I don't know. Can you see our view?
I'm not above the gate yet. I'm just seeing explosions.
All right. So everybody who can see. So everybody but Lex and Arvio, you can give me perception checks if you want. I don't think those two, nor those two were in it. Philip, actually, you'd have a hard time, Philip. I guess Ava would too. You kind of see him stab down into somebody. Grim, you do see that it is a red-skinned person that he stabs down into. That is his turn. So that brings us to you, Ava. Did you just watch these people basically murder all the villagers, commoners in there?
I step out to here. He needs to. The wizard needs to please make a deception. Deception.
All right. Well, you will get your sneak attack bonus.
And I will put a bolt into him, doing 28 damage.
28 damage. This one sinks into his chest on his right side, definitely where a lung is. You being somebody who knows a lot about the body, and they are bloodied and gravely wounded, but still standing. They're kind of staggering a bit, and they're just like looking down at the bolt stuck in their chest.
Yep, that's my turn. I'm going to stand right there.
I will say, as you step up there, you also notice him stabbing a red-skinned woman. Lex, it is your turn. You heard what was said, but you have not seen the carnage yet.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah. I'm gonna bonus action rage again.
All
I
right.
will go into a frenzy rage this time, and I'm going to dash and jump down into the pit.
You can't rage and dash at the same time.
I got a
You can
bonus
raise
action
it a
for
bonus
rage.
and action
I'm using
to
my
dash.
action to
Oh,
dash.
never mind.
Yeah. So I'm going to go here, which I believe is 65 feet. So yeah, I will jump down from the pit.
Okay, so you just go hurtling in there. You come around, and as you look in that pit, you just see freshly charred bodies, smoke still rising off of them, and the stench of burnt human flesh. Well, burnt flesh. They weren't all human in there. And that's your turn.
Yeah, and I'll pull out my greatsword.
All right, Philip, it will be your turn.
Oh, this is a mess. Oh, God. What can I do? If only I had my elk, everything would have gone differently. Oh no. Let's see. Is that a bonus action? No, it's not. Okay, never mind then. So I'm gonna move 40 feet. 5, 10, no, 15, 20, 25 here. I'm gonna look at this.
Yeah, you walk up and see the same sick sight everybody else is now laying their eyes on.
Yeah, I'm just like, what can I do?
Well, you still got archers on walls and
yeah.
3 people standing over there.
Yeah, I feel like Alex is taking care of this person, so Is it a bonus action? Yes, it is. I'm gonna attempt to use compel. No, is it? Hold on. Is it 30 feet? Is he? He is within my distance. I'm gonna use compel duel on this guy.
All right, and he makes a wisdom saving throw.
It is a 13 spell saving. And I moved 25, so I'm gonna move another 5. It's 30, 35, 40. I'm gonna move here and end my turn.
Alrighty. Arvio, it is your turn. What do you wish to do?
Arvio heard the explosion, so he's going to fly up 15 feet. And he's going to see the charred bodies. One, two, three, four, 5. Hang on, no, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And what is the range on Chromatic Orb? Because he is going to max level Chromatic Orb one of these mages. Because he's at this point in time, he's like, they just basically killed my son.
Well, you don't know that.
I see bodies. I see charred bodies. It's not about knowing, it's what I'm seeing right now. And I miss terribly.
You do indeed.
It's because of the anger.
It is because of the anger.
As your shaky hands extend out, it just flies wide and nails the wood. Anything else you wish to do?
I don't have anything else.
Alright. And then, Ava, you're going to have 3 skeletons shoot at you since you're the closest thing to them. Okay, that is going to miss. 8, I am pretty sure misses. You're going to get, attacked by those down there, Grim. Obviously, a couple are going to swipe at you, and then the others are going to shoot, but they all miss. And it is your turn, Grim. As you you stopped for a moment, even the skeletons did, as you turned and watched all those people die, and now it is your turn as you realize where you're standing and what's next to you.
Yep, my eyes are just a little teary-eyed, and I just start swinging.
$13 just hits. Well, you send them scattering bones.
I go out one more, swing again.
And that will hit. 10, we'll leave it bloodied. Well, wounded. No, that one actually is low enough that 10 kills it.
Yep, then I'm gonna unleash Incarnation and my Echo's gonna turn around and hit that on the behind it.
Alright. 13 just hits. That is going to still be standing after it takes its 9 damage. Anything else you wish to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action second wind. And that is... $14 points of health.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
And Philip,
Yeah.
you watch as this guy here is going to try to hit you. That will indeed be a hit, so you are going to take... Just straight, yeah, you're going to take 6 points of fire damage as this one shoots a firebolt at you.
That's fine.
And then this one here, seeing that this person over here just cast a spell, is going to turn, kind of a little taken back, and all of a sudden there's this flying wizard throwing spells around.
Demon wizard just like right there.
And that is going to be, what is his? Does a 12 hit you?
No, not right now.
All right, so a firebolt just flies right past you.
A
This
second
guy-
probably just deflects it.
This guy is going to turn with disadvantage, and he is going to attack you, Lex.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, because he was compelled duel. So if he attacked anybody who's not Philip, he gets disadvantage.
Ooh.
And he rolled 2 8s plus 3, so yeah, 11 does not hit you.
Nope.
So he turns and he's now focused on you that you're attacking him. Ava, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna drop one of my crossbows, and pull out my dagger, and I'm gonna go right up to this dude, right here, and I'm gonna say it's time for you to die.
He just smiles at you as you cut him down.
As I stab my dagger up through the bottom of his jaw into his skull, and then with my offhand, sorry, not my offhand, but my crossbow expert feat, I go shoot at my hand crossbow at that guy
That hits.
for 9 damage.
9 damage is done to him.
And that was 2, 3, 4, and I put myself there.
All right, and that's your turn.
That is my turn.
Lex, it is your turn.
Seeing this guy miss on me, I just look at him and I go, now it's my turn. 3 attacks. Reckless, Great Weapon Master, please.
All right.
The third attack is a bonus action because of Frenzy Rage. So,
Mhm.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna do advantage.
17 will
Let's
miss.
roll that again. 17
Okay.
misses.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, it's Great Weapon Master too. It's take away 5.
15 misses.
Misses, yep.
Five. No, that misses too. Wow, this guy's heavy.
So
I
you
go,
start
"Oh."
trying to will into him, and he is just taking the hits on his armor, just glancing off as he is wearing full plates. In fact, I had something for you guys. Completely forgot about it. You probably don't care now, especially RVO. He probably has other thoughts. But these are what you're seeing.
Ooh. Okay.
And that's your turn.
Yeah, that's it. Oh no,
Out
no,
of-
no. I'll move here. Actually, kind of dart around.
Out of curiosity, sir,
Yes.
when this guy drops, do either of the groups of zombies drop?
They do not.
Okay.
All right, Philip, it is your turn.
Seeing from above that, Lex is struggling to hit this guy. I'm gonna walk up here, and then just directly drop down.
All right.
Then, as a bonus action, Thunder Smite, and making 2 attacks on this guy.
And you're compelled
25.
duel. 25 will hit him.
So that is 6 and 6 plus, and he has to roll strength saving throw.
And you need to roll the extra damage from the thunderous strike.
Oh yeah.
So you would have had to have done damage to him, like, so he is still compelled. What's your DC?
13.
13. All right, he stands his ground.
6. Oh, that didn't. 26. So that is 12 plus 10, so that's 22, and I have another attack. 20.
20 hits.
So another 15.
All right, you jump down. Your thunderous might only affect him. Okay, that target. Okay. You jump down, you all hear as this boom just rings out in this area. He stands his ground, but you watch as Philip cuts into him pretty badly, even through his armor. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Arvio, it is your turn.
Okay, this guy looks surprised. So I'd like to think, as Arvio just fucking dive bombs him, that kind of turns to a very big oh shit moment as I'm going to charge him in crass chromatic orb again.
Alright.
Let's see if I hit.
What level are you casting it at?
At this time?
Yes.
No, third, my bad.
Third? Okay, then let me look something up here real quick. If it's fourth or higher, you make a... Alright, you do it, and you see as he waves his hand through the air and counterspells it.
Okay.
And that is your turn?
That's my turn. I'm going to stab this man the next turn.
Alright, the skeletons. These ones up here. Start moving this way because they're losing sight of people. They're gonna get there. They can still see Ava, so you're gonna get shot at by 3 Ava. See if that group of them hits. They do not. Grim, you're still gonna get attacked by the 2 down there. They're all gonna focus on your echo, and they miss your echo. Actually, what is your echoes?
17, I think is what it was.
17? Okay, yeah, 15 does not hit. So then, Grim, it is your turn. That misses, I believe. Yep. All right, then that will bring us to this guy, who is going to... go invisible. Did I go through our view?
I saw that.
Are you doing counterspell for that or no?
Oh, right. I'll counterspell that. Right, I'm sorry.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that, but yeah.
I'll counterspell the shit out of that. Do I need to roll?
No, I need to roll. So that is a 10 plus your spell's level. What are you casting your counterspell at?
Am I being... Wait a second. Is somebody counterspelling my counterspell?
No.
No.
Why... Who's rolling?
You're not rolling. I'm rolling. I need to know what level you're casting counterspell at.
I'm
So I can
casting
know
at
the
level 3,
DC.
but I need to... If it's a higher level casting, I need to roll.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Make an ability check. Okay, then go ahead and roll.
What level was the guy casting invisibility at?
He's casting greater invisibility, probably. I'm rolling that, but I'm also need to add a modifier to that, I think. Let me check.
Spell casting modifier?
Yeah, maybe. Let me check. Let's just get that out and here. 10 plus the spell's level.
It's the DC.
Okay.
So 13 is what the level is. The DC for that.
You just made the DC then, so it'd be 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wait, well...
If I needed to roll for it, I didn't make it. Because 13 would indicate that it's third level and I would have just gone through. And at that
You
point,
make an ability check using your spell casting modifier.
Oh,
The
so I need to
DC
add my...
equals 10 plus the spell's level.
So you equaled your DC. So you watch as he tries to cast greater invisibility, and you quickly counterspell it.
Nice.
he just kind of turns and growls at you. This guy here, he's just gonna laugh as he turns and looks at you, Philip, and say, "I do not know what you hope to accomplish. Cutting me down only lets me serve him more." And he's going to swing at you.
All right.
And he's going to have his 2 swings. Oh, that is going to hit you. And does 16 hit you?
No.
Your AC is 19, right? Yep. Okay. So one of them is going to hit you. And you will take from that. You will take 12 points of slashing damage as he cuts into you.
All right.
And he'll just say, "Please, kill me where I stand. See what difference it makes." And he just gestures to all the dead bodies. Ava, it is your turn.
Mr. Mage there needs to please make a deception against that.
All
I'm
right.
gonna guess that he can't even beat that if he tried.
Nope.
16 hit him
That hits.
as he takes 26 points of damage, please.
All right. Gravely wounded as you sink a bolt deep in him, but he is still standing.
And I will yell to Arvio, "Finish him." That's my turn.
All right. Lex, it is your turn.
I'm gonna reckless again, but not great weapon master. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. 3 attacks on the guy in front of me.
All right. Go for it. 11
then
misses. 25 will hit.
25 hit.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna pump a divine smite in this. So what's that? 13, and then it's 2d8, I believe. 2d8.
Are you raging?
Divine smite doesn't
Is a spell.
Is a class ability, not a spell. So raging, it's not a spell modifier for it. I looked it up. It works. Another 8 points of damage on him on that.
All right. As he turns around, tells Philip that there is absolutely nothing that they can do. You're only going to bring him into servitude to your shield even more. You just cut this guy through his back. You watch Philip as the great sword from Lex goes right through him and blood kind of splatters out in your direction. And he just gives you a sickly looking smile as his eyes glaze over and he falls to the ground.
That fills me with infuriating hate.
That's your turn, Lex?
I mean, I will. Yeah, I'm gonna drop my greatsword, pull out my javelin, and I'll throw one at him. I guess. Sorry, Arvio, if I'm taking your kill, but I'm trying to end this. Not rage, so it's just a regular attack.
Woman is dead, son's dead, can't even get a satisfying kill. This is how Arvio leaves the campaign.
So sorry, dude. 10, that misses.
And we'll miss.
And that's my turn.
All right, Philip, it is your turn.
I guess I will just ignore this guy and I'll go towards
Yep.
like I want oh sorry, yeah, go on.
I was gonna say you're pretty deep down. It would basically take your turn just to climb out of here.
Oh no, I'm not going outside. I'm gonna move 5, 10, 20, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna move around here and kind of look around for survivors.
Okay. Without needing to make a roll, you can tell that this person over here is still, they're not charred. Clothes are definitely burnt. They look very frazzled. They've kind of like tear in their face, but they're still alive.
Can I tell if any of the people who were affected are still alive?
They are charred beyond charred.
Okay,
This is you left the chicken wing in the oven and forgot about it, and 12 hours later you found it levels of charred.
I'll just walk towards him because that's the first person I saw. So I got another 10 feet of movement. So I'll move just here. So
All right. Arvio, it is your turn.
I'm going to literally just drop on this dude and just burning hands him dead ass point blank in the face. I need
Alright.
a dex save. I'm
Okay. What's your
95
damage?
that.
That's okay. Why don't you describe it how you kill this guy, even though he's not the last one?
I'm going to drop down on him. It's not so much a burning hand as much as I'm choking him while casting the spell, melting his fucking throat. And as I kind of let go, his own throat being as it is no longer able to breathe, he is simply going to choke on himself.
All right. So you put your hands around him as he is trying to fend you off, and just flames erupt out of your hands around his neck, turning it kind of the same look as the people laying in the pit. And he doesn't even make any noise as he kind of just starts grasping towards his neck. You see his face turn blue and black, and he just slumps to the ground. We'll go ahead and say between Ava with her crossbows and Grim that you guys managed to finish off the remaining skeletons.
My next round,
Okay.
I will go to the closest one to me that's injured or dead, and I'll put 10 points of lay on hands, so I'll do this one here, since it doesn't look like it's charred, and see what happens if I can bring him back to life or not.
Alright, so I will say that was your turn, Grim. You killed the remaining, and then they are not on here anymore, so I will remove them. Ava, I will say you killed the remaining ones up top, and then Lex, you try to heal one of the burnt chicken nuggets.
No.
Well, this one here was stabbed, so I'm going for that one.
Okay, your spell does not take effect. They are still dead.
Gotcha.
Philip, it is your turn.
yeah, I'm gonna walk up to this person seemingly seen alive, check on them, basically, ask like why did they capture you, blah, etc. Just check on them if they're like sane, if they're like healthy physically and mentally.
This person is very gaunt. Their lips are very dry, very chaff. Their skin is very burned from laying here in the sun. They just look up at you with this dry mouth gape open, fear in their eyes, on their face, and just water.
I'll give him a reminder of my water skin, whatever left in it.
All right, we will say that is your turn then,
Mhm.
as you do not get anything else from it. Arvio, it is your turn.
Skip over me. He is a ringing, only seeing red. Next.
All right, then Grim, it is your turn. Grim? All right. Okay, dokie, then that will bring us to you, Ava. There are, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna look in this tent.
All right, you see a bedroll in there with a little chest sitting next to it.
No, nobody in there though.
Nope.
I dash and move over to this tent.
All right, you don't see anybody in here, but you see a bedroll. You see a little chest, and you also see a table with a chair and some paperwork on it.
I use my action to open that chest. Actually, that's a free action, isn't it? To interact with them.
Yeah. Chest. Yes, it is. The chest will be over here, though.
Oh.
So you
I
open
can
that
make
up. Yeah, I'll say you can make it. Nothing too serious. We are still in turn for a reason, but nothing too serious going on right now. You open that up. There's a pouch of coins in there, some food, some like personal clothing and stuff, and you also see a potion kind of resting in there.
All right. And I use my action now to dash, and I go check out this tent.
All right, like the one below, it is just a bed and a little chest.
Okay. You guys see her just like dash in and and she pops out. It's all clear.
All right,
my
then Lex, it is your turn.
What are the two people right here?
You look and you see, again, same thing as Philip. They look like they've been laying in the sun for a very long time. But it looks to be hard to tell, but maybe old gentleman and a lady. And they're just looking at you with the same dry mouth. Their lips are all chapped, flaky, really sunburnt, and they're just like gasping, and there's fear in their face and their eyes.
I'll give them my water skin and ask, have you seen... Oh, I don't even know Arvio's freaking family, so I'll just give him my water skin, and that's it.
Alrighty, Philip, they're just sitting there. They're just now that they've kind of refreshed a bit. They're like, please, get me out of here.
Yeah, I can imagine they can't really walk really well, so I'll carry him and try to get him out of the hole. Can I lift him up and move him like here? Am I able to? Okay.
You want to be able to get him out of the hole, but as you're trying to pick him up, he's like, my wife.
We look for her after I make sure you're safe, and I'll just attempt to carry him towards the, like over here, and on my next turn I would probably get him outside.
Okay. Well, it is 20 feet down, so it's gonna be difficult for you just to do that. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. You are standing back there, Grim, and all of a sudden, for some unknown reason, you hear the ground by the gate start to crack, and the ground beneath you starts to rumble, and you can see this mound start to appear, and chunks of rock are rolling down, and all of a sudden, this very odd creature comes bursting out of it, and it looks around, and it lets out a roar.
Damn it.
Got a 67. It is going to go after Philip.
Oh no. I'm carrying Survivor though.
No, I'm saying in the turn order it's going after
okay.
you.
Okay.
I gotta put in its AC. This is why we're still in turn order. And that is its turn as it comes bursting out of the hole. Arvio, it is your turn as you can hear a bunch of commotion going on by the gate. You feel the ground shake slightly.
I don't. You know how Arvio is right now. Does not care.
All right.
He is going to look over the bodies and just try to find them.
Okay. You can give me a perception check.
Can I do investigation? Because I want to roll something other than that.
Sure, go ahead if you're actually going to go body to body. You start looking around. Those ones there, like even the ones kind of to the left of them a bit. Those two who are still alive are not your family. The other ones, you're looking at them, it's really hard to tell with all the dark from the fire that burned them.
And the ones that are not burnt, like the woman that got stabbed?
It's hard to tell. You can see that there's red tinge to the skin, but your investigation's too low. You look over at it, you can tell that person has red skin.
Okay, well, I guess next turn I'm going over to that.
Right. And Grim, this is your turn as you watch this thing just burst out of the ground.
You just hear me just like, holy shit. Then...
What does that monster look like?
What?
I was wondering what the monster looked like.
Well, when you get around, you'll see it.
And Grim just poops his pants. Oh.
You have no idea why it's there either. The only person who will is in the pit.
I'm gonna run up. Well, no, I'm gonna bonus action. Yep, bonus action to put my Echo there and swing at it.
Hey, go for it. That will hit.
The rage is gone. Gonna swing at it again.
Be gone by now.
That will miss.
I'm gonna unleash incarnation.
That will hit. Alright. Anything else you wish to do?
Action search.
You go for it. That hits. Alright, you start cutting into this thing. As you're hitting it, you can kind of hear the ringing of its skin that is seemingly made of stone. But it is cutting into it.
Well, that's my last attack right there. It's a 22.
Oh, 22? 22 will hit. Is that from your unleash shot?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Action surge, I can attack twice again. So.
Oh yeah, right. Your action.
Yep.
Nope. 9 damage done to it. Anything else?
Nope, I stand there, it's just in awe, staring at it.
Alright. Ava, did you see this thing over there?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this. So I need to.
I like it how
Gee,
Arvio is having a very emotional moment while Phil's dumb fuckery is happening over by the game.
I didn't know this was this was what's gonna grow out of it.
Alright, so I need to. I think that would put me 30 feet from it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've got a dash to get there with my bonus action. But thankfully there's an incarnation next to it. Or whatever his echo is. So
Yeah, his incarnation's an object, not a person.
Yep.
it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the incarnation is technically an object.
Well, I'm still gonna shoot at it
That
and
misses.
horribly miss. And that's my turn.
Alrighty, Lex. It is your turn.
Fucking dog. How tall is the pit right here?
20
Can
feet.
I climb out? Is what I'm saying. Is there a way for me to climb out?
So you're 40, so climbing's gonna use double movement. So it'll take you 40 to get up there. Yeah.
So okay. So I'll go ahead and climb out. And then action. Here, how far is 40? Yo, right there.
Right.
What
You
the
run
fuck?
around the corner.
Oh,
And seeing how those who wish to see will see, it is in game chat. Since this was a random encounter, I did not have uploaded. That is what's appeared, and it is large.
oh no.
All right,
That's my turn.
That's your turn.
Oh wait, no.
Okay.
Bonus action rage again. Frenzy rage this time as well.
All
Got
right.
one more, and that's it.
Then that will bring us to your turn, Philip, as you're helping this person.
Yeah. I haven't used that before, so hopefully that's gonna help me get him out of the pit. Fearless athlete. Will I be able to get out with him on this turn using this?
I will say you're basically grappling him, so it would, if you're trying to climb up with him, you're only going to be able to get up halfway. But if you wish to start working your way up, you can.
Yeah, we'll do.
Can
Right.
he use his dash to do that too? Or oh no, you're never mind.
Yeah.
Grappling's different. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be out on the next turn. So put it here.
Alrighty. This thing is going to move towards Last person I heard moving.
Would it be him? Blast.
Right, so you use your reaction to hit it as it moves here and then it tries to move out of range. Are you hitting it or is your echo hitting it? All right. So you hit it and your sentinel goes through your echo. All right. Well, it manages to move there because that's where it gets before it steps out of its range. And you will deal damage to it. And since it was heading towards Lex, it is facing your direction. So the closest thing to its face is you. So it is going to try to bite you. Right. You are going to take 17 points of piercing damage as it bites into you. RVO.
I'm going to check the body now.
All right. I will not make you roll as you bend down and you start kind of turning them over and looking. You notice that there's red skin with red hair on it. And as you look upon the face, this is a female hobgoblin.
Okay. I'm going to continue inspecting, try to find small
Right.
I'm in this pit. For this entire battle, I'm looking at bodies in this pit.
That's fine.
I'm looking at bodies in this pit.
So I will say you check a couple more. You go ahead and give me your investigation if you wish. Seeing how they are, they're pretty burnt. Yeah, it's hard to tell from the burnt ones that you look at.
Shit tonight.
Grim, it is your turn. Unless there's anything else you want to do. All right, Grim, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna attack it from Grim's current position. Then I'm gonna use my echo to hit it.
Okay, go for it. Both of those hit. It is now bloodied.
And of course, I forget to rage. I'm gonna rage.
All right, bonus action rage. Ava, it is your turn.
I am going to back up slightly. And I am going to shoot at it.
Right.
For 22.
22. All righty. It is still standing. Looking up pretty wounded though.
And then I'm going to take and throw my dagger.
All right. 10
And
will
miss.
just glance off of it. Hits its rocky-like armor.
And then move back to here.
All right, and that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay, Lex, it is your turn.
I'm running up to it. Reckless, great weapon master.
Well, you didn't get attacked last turn, so your rage would have fallen off.
It's the end of my next turn for rage because I started it last turn.
All right. Go ahead.
Rage damage, great weapon master, great sword. Oh, an advantage. -5, 15, nope. 21.
21 will hit.
And then I'm going to pump a Divine Smite into this too, so an extra 2d8 radiant damage.
All right.
Damn. Drawing blanks on that one. 34 plus 2d8.
All right, that's got the rating already in it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That works. So yeah, the 34.
So as this thing is just sitting there, just nomming on Grim, you just run up and slice into it, and then just collapses, still holding on to Grim, but dead. And at this point in time, you guys kind of stand there for a little bit, wondering why the heck this thing showed up, how it's involved with these people. Seems very weird. This creature just, as you were fighting these guys, this creature showed up and attacked you.
I'll help
Um,
Grim.
I
Your turns are
believe
now over.
now. I believe that I should be able to deduct that I saw Philip plant something there.
Sure.
I mean, I was like 10, 15 feet from Philip when he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look over at Philip. What the heck did you put in the ground?
I'm just putting this guy here on my turn, and I'm just looking confused at Ava, like, what do you mean? Because I said,
And then I'm going to point towards the gate and say, you want to explain that to me, please?
Well, I don't know what this creature is.
Well, it burst out of the ground where you put that whatever you put.
Maybe it attracted it. We don't know. Stop blaming people.
Well,
We're in
I
a
don't
desert. Who knows? It's a desert monster. We don't know what this thing is.
I'll just explain to Ava. Oh, as far as I know, something huge could have grown out of it. I wouldn't expect an animal to grow out of a bin. That's what I put in the ground. A bean that Arvio gave it to me. I don't know if it's possible for something like this to grow out of it. I would expect some sort of huge plant, or perhaps some structure like Arvio mentioned.
I'm helping Grim out of its mouth.
All right. Yeah, this thing seems like its hide was made out of rock. Arvio, you, as they're up there having their conversations and talking, you go through. You cannot find anybody that resembles who you're looking for.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to these two right here. They're still looking parched.
Oh, they're drinking my water
Yeah,
skin at this point. Yeah.
They're looking
Great.
a little better.
Great. You two, I have questions.
Yes.
A tiefling woman and her child. Have you seen them?
He kind of sits there and he's thinking for a moment, and yes, they got captured with us. They took him on the wagon.
Where does the wagon go?
I don't know. That one was in charge, and he points towards the person in the heavy armor that you guys killed.
Thank you for your time. I'm going to Misty step up to the top of the pit. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go into this, and I'm just going to... Big tent, big man. I want to see if I can't look through his notes.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Can't I just read? But okay.
I'm just trying to find out what you find out. All right, so you easily enough, you find a ledger that seems to be talking about moving people, and it has a direction. You can make out from the notes where this place is and the direction it is, but you can also make out from the notes that it is a day and a half away, and the last wagon that went out seemed to be earlier in the day, so you know that you are kind of already a day behind.
Fantastic.
So Ava would go the two other chests that she spotted in the other two. She would check those chests as well, and do her. Yeah, I'd probably pocket anything shiny in them for the time being.
All right. So you find. You definitely find like change of clothes and stuff, and personal items that don't look too valuable to you, but there is coins. And then outside of that, the only other thing you can recall is the coins and the potion from the big guy, the big tent. That one there.
Yeah, that would be the last one I go into.
All right. Well, I will
You can
give
add that to the
you
loot
your
later.
totals after, since we're almost done.
Yep, that's fine.
So Lex, what he's going to do is go back to here, see the ladder, put it down, and tell those people to climb on up.
They make their way out very warily.
I'm gonna
And then
make my way over to. I'm gonna gather I guess all the humans really, because they're the ones who have been traveling with me.
Before that, I would actually, if that's okay, I would walk up to the creature and investigate it, kind of like try to possibly learn what the hell was that.
Right? You've never seen anything like this before.
Is anything about it seem interesting at all to Philip?
Kind of. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
All right. Nope.
No. You definitely make out that its hide seems to be stone-like, but outside of that, you don't make anything else out about it.
Okay, then I'll return to everyone else.
All right.
Need to search the bodies of the three.
I was gonna say, did we do that yet?
The
No,
mage
we
and
didn't.
the
I'm-
big old dude.
I'm just gathering them all up to not let them know. They took her on a cart. It's in this direction. We're a day and a half behind. I know what I'm doing.
One thing at a time, Arvio. There's some things
I
we
will-
gotta do.
I will load my crossbows and say I'm with you, sir.
You would know that you're technically a day behind.
A day behind. Sure.
Mhm.
Yes.
So Lex is just gonna say a silent prayer for everybody that has passed in this, and that's it.
And
Alrighty.
I would walk up to this guy, see how he's doing, and basically just calmly and kind of with sympathy tell him that those two seem to be the only survivors.
He is already looking out there,
Mm.
and he is crying as he has surveyed the area, and he seems unconsolable.
I'll
Kind of
just,
already dawned on him what's happened to his wife.
I'll just try to comfort him as much as I
Alrighty.
We need to get out of here as fast as possible.
can.
I'm done with what I need to do. We need to leave.
I will say, the globe disappeared when you killed one of the mages. You guys all realize that even though both the mages were dead, the skeletons that you cleaned up at the end were still standing while they were dead. I will just put that out there. You guys do with what you wish.
Did we search the bodies of the 3 people?
That's what I said we would do.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And what about the chests?
Already been
Sir,
searched.
I searched.
All right.
They have nothing on them except 2 books on the wizards.
What about the plate armor for this guy?
Yeah, he got plate armor on him. He is a human, so it is human size.
Detect magic.
Do you have detect magic?
Yep.
All right. Nothing seems to glow. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Check.
Only your companions glow.
All right. I'm going to take the guy's plate armor.
All right.
So I have a set of plate armor.
Set of your Sild's plate armor.
Okay.
Yeah. You go taking off.
I'm outside. I'm waiting.
Okay.
I don't want to be near the
I
bird.
go with him. I'm with him.
All right. What do you guys, as you loot everything, again, I will put that in Discord for you guys.
Yep.
The
We'll
split
just start
up
heading
stuff.
back to Zilmorn and Mushin, getting these remaining survivors.
Let's
there.
get these survivors
Mhm.
back.
Yeah, escort them back to Zilmore and Motion.
Okay. I will say, Arvio, as they start to suggest going back to Zilmore, you know that is the opposite direction that they take in the wagon. And the note that you read says that they're taking them to a larger facility. With your investigation 19, said that they were taking them to be teleported back to Torbid to be tried for their crimes.
If you go, I can't go with you. They're already going all the opposite direction. I'm already behind a day. And if they get to that larger facility, they're going to get teleported to Torrid, where they're just going to be executed. I cannot go with you.
Here's the thing, Arvio. They're on a wagon, and we're on foot. How are we supposed to catch up to them?
We still have the boat. It might be further away, but we can get to that thing if it's still there. We can catch them way faster.
No, we better make this quick.
Fine, that works.
You-
Arvio, you might want to tell.
Again, you would
Do
know.
we know?
Yeah, it's
You
still.
would know going to the boat would take you traveling back to town and out of town, which was about half a day's travel. And again, those boats only travel in sand. You are no longer in sand.
Oh, okay.
So it's just slower. The boat is just slower.
Grim wouldn't know this to a certain
Well-
extent.
I can't wait.
Leaving on your own, you're just gonna get yourself killed.
He won't be on his own.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Something always bad happens
The
when we
party
split up.
splits. 2 different campaigns happen.
Okay. After saying I'll go with you, I'll just do this. You know, just. where is my spirit of the forest?
It's well, if you guys are wanting to see this resolved, we can use our hour to continue, unless everybody wants to call it here and head to bed for tonight.
I'm down for whatever. So
I'm gonna let's resolve this shit.
All right. Anybody opposed to continuing?
No.
All right, then. Who is heading back to town with the survivors?
shit.
It would be me. I was helping.
Yeah, I mean, there are no way of travel at this point. Yeah, I'll go back to town with
Okay.
them.
And we're gonna get Philip, Arvio, and Ava. You gonna
Yep.
go?
Can we all fit on the steed? Because it's one really big muscular man and 2 skinny bitches.
I mean, I know 2 people can certainly fit in there, but it's up to I guess it's up to GM whether we can fit 3.
Well, hang on really tight. I will make do.
So yeah, the party's splitting up from right here.
Yep. Just trying to see.
So, guys, I'm sorry if Arvio's being unreasonable. But
I know that's actually fairly reasonable, but
it's like this is his complete character. This is the most important thing to him.
and Philip did promise that he'll do his best to help him find his family, even when Arvio dies. So
I could not find anything on how many people can ride an elk, but apparently 5 people can ride a horse. So I will say easily the 3 of you could fit on the elk.
yeah, I mean, to be fair,
Elks
has
can be
3
bigger, yeah.
strength on them.
Elks are big.
The only problem is can the elk run at its full speed with those 3 people?
My answer is it's a magic elk.
It's a spirit.
That's what I was just saying. Because if it has, I know there's a certain. It's the strength score.
Well, the elk has 16, so I think
Well,
that's fairly decent.
It's what the elk can carry, and if everybody's underneath the carry weight, it can still be fine going at the full speed. But if it's over that, then it will be at half movement for that. So it's just its basic walking speed if you're doing the dash action.
I figure with skinny RVO and I'm assuming
Okay.
Ava is skinny.
Ava's
Only
fat.
person who's of weight is going to be Philip and all his
Well,
muscles. So
I figured Ava has all the loot. Is hoarding all the loot.
but
I kid.
you 3, we will come back to you as Lex and Grim. You escort these people back to town.
I'm gonna drink.
It is darkness now. You do not see Mushin or Zilmorn or the people that they were helping anymore. A lot of the fires seem to have gone out. You look around a little bit and you see that one of the structures that is mostly standing, Mushin and Zilmorn had ushered the people into. The people that you brought, at some points, you really had to help them walk because they could barely walk. But
Yeah, I
being
mean,
the 2 big guys that you are,
Willing to carry somebody like I did
Yeah.
Mushin across the desert.
and plus you have an echo to help, so you can easily get the 3 there. And as you show up, Zilmorn he'll get up and be like, what happened? Where's the rest of them?
They evidently Arvio's family wasn't in where we're at, and they're currently pursuing them.
They got fireballed to death.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
This is all that's left.
Yes.
And you see one of the people is sitting there that you helped earlier. They just kind of look down, real sad. And
Zilmorn, was it?
I'm not sure I told you my name, but yes.
No, Philip mentioned something about your name.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Yeah.
He talks a lot, but yes, what?
Kind of hard to explain. I'm not from this world, but from where I was from, I know you guys have airships. Do you know of a port that will be willing to take us to where we need to go, if we can use one?
My airship's in the middle of the desert. That's actually why the group was helping me.
That was yours? I'm so sorry.
Yes, I told them I would help them get here if they helped me get to the outpost. So that's where I'll be heading. I don't know what's up there. I need to find another airship myself.
If we, I'll look at Grim. I said, Grim, if you're willing to do this to get him to the outpost, maybe we can catch up to him with the airship. If Zilmorn's willing to do so.
I mean, we did agree, and they're just
Catch
running
up
off into
to
emotions.
What was that, Celtic? I didn't hear that.
Who are you catching up with?
Arvio, Ava, and Philip that are currently traveling on foot.
Are
Or
they going
on
far
horseback.
away? Because it's going to take us probably a week or maybe even 3 to get up there. We got to get up into the mountains.
Dang it.
Well, they took off to go stop at the wagon towards the portal that will go back to Torrid or whatever.
Yeah, they're planning on teleporting his family back to Torrid, and I know that is.
Well,
gonna
we
be
we still don't
for
even
us.
know if the family's on that wagon.
Yeah, but it was a clue considering that we couldn't find him in the pit that we were.
The way that Arvio's acting, anything could have been his family at this point.
You got a point. Well,
And I'm not really sure there's anything we can do.
There's
mean,
really
you
nothing.
guys basically, it's been a whole day since you've been gone.
yeah, and there are days ahead. From now, it's 2 days from us. So. Shit.
As you guys are discussing this, we will rewind the clock and go back to Arvio, Ava, and Philip as he summons his elk, and the 3 of you get on and you take off. Go ahead, one of you give me survival. Somebody wants to help, you can do it with advantage.
I mean, I feel like Arvio is basically guiding where we're going, so I feel like
I should be the one that rolls this.
okay.
I will help.
Okay.
Right. So looking at the land, looking at the notes, I'm assuming Arvio grabbed, if not from his memory, remembering what it says, you very easily manage to find a way. You guys do ride for a while, but pushing this thing, it gets you about almost the break of morning. And you kind of come over a hill and you see a wagon sitting there, and you see a couple tents sitting next to it, and a smoldering campfire. And you also see as well, go ahead and give me a perception check, anybody, or everybody if you want.
Oh, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, sure. I'll give one too. Just kidding.
Because new day. Cool.
It's Ava and Arvio, you can see that there's about 5 people at this place. 2 of them seem to be moving around. The other 3 just seem to be standing there.
I will whisper into Philip's ear. Charge!
I'll just look at Ava and be like, Arvio, should we approach?
As I pull out both my hand crossbows, put them on
put my
Philip's
hand on your
shoulders.
shoulder. Pause. We don't want this to be last Mr. Pecky, go.
Right, it goes up and starts flying around.
To get a good battlefield view. Because if a diviner is good for anything, or if a wizard is good for anything, it's getting a little bit of scouting done.
All right, so you go up and you're flying around, and you see that it's just a wagon with what looks to be 5 people, 2 of whom are moving, 3 of whom are not, and there's people in the wagon that's got like a cage built over it, and it looks like they're packing up camp at this point.
What can you see?
The prisoners are in the cage. The ones who are outside the cage are zombies and jailers. I think so. Tick. Can I make that assumption with a healthy?
You make whatever assumption you want.
Okay.
Are you? I'm ready to charge.
I will say you do not see anything that contradicts that.
Fantastic. I'm just like, let's go.
And I can communicate with him mentally. I'm like, make haste, rush them up.
I'm actually, I'm going to. I don't know how far away we are, but maybe being at the back of this elk might not be a great idea.
And if possible, we're getting closer. I assume someone dead or the jail keepers are not on the wagon, right?
Oh, they're packing up camp.
Okay. I'm basically charging with my elk at the first person that I can, the first opponent I can see, the first undead or something.
All right. So go ahead and roll your ram attack. I will not make this very complicated, seeing how you guys
4.
dismantled 20 plus things earlier. So
Mhm. Oh, you want me to roll to hit or?
yeah, roll the hit.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was just 1d20. There we go. God damn it. His strength is +3, so that would be technically
Let me
10.
see. What would be? Oh, and it is +3. You said.
Yeah, so it's 10.
All right, so you guys watch as these people, they get up, hearing this thundering of hooves, and they turn and they look at you guys and they start yelling, and you see people going into action, and the elk just runs over one of them, and you hear sickening crunching sounds. Ava, what are you doing?
I want to look for the biggest, baddest, beefiest of them all.
They're all weak and scrawny. Well, one of them's dead. One of them looks weak and scrawny, and the other ones are zombies.
Okay, well, do any of these look like your Silds people other than the zombies?
They kind of got garb on that would make them look like your salespeople, but you can tell that they're not fighters. They look to be some kind of
All right, well,
jailer,
I'm going.
as
What
I
a
am.
shame. Anyway.
I'm going to incite one of them,
All right.
and then put an arrow, a bolt, for 19 damage through the forehead of one of them.
All right. So the one guy who turns and he's starting to run away, you sink it right through the back of his head, and he just slumps to the ground.
And
Arvio.
then I
Okay,
do
go
kind of this cool backflip off the back of the elk and land in the middle of the camp.
Right, Arvio. 3 undead left.
Okay. Let's see. What do I got? I cast fireball at the cat. No. I kill everybody. What I do is, what am I gonna do here? I'm just gonna. I kill myself. I stab my. No. I firebolt one of the undead.
All right. I will hit. You watch as it goes up in flames and just crumples to the ground, moaning. Philip, you have 2 attacks since that was your mount acting. So what did you do with those 2 attacks?
And also, when you think about this, Philip, I want you to know that Arvio is still right behind you. The elk.
Trick.
For fuck's sake. Is jumping off free action, or is it bonus action or action?
Be movement.
Okay, so I'll just get off, and where's the closest one to me?
Right next to you.
All right then. I'll just swing with the sword, but it's not lit. I didn't use bonus action, and so it's gonna be just a regular damage.
Hit.
So that's only 8, and the other one would be 9. That's gonna miss, I assume. 9.
9 to hit. I only see 1 attack.
Oh, I did roll twice.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
Yeah. So
All right.
9 misses. So it's only 8.
You cut one down. There's only one still standing, and it swings at you and completely misses.
All right.
Arvio, what do you do?
I'm going to hop off of the elk, and I'm going to summon the scimitar again into my hand, the flame blade, and I'm going to stab the last undead.
Right, go for it.
Just try to bisect it. I fucking do.
Wow.
Die. I just cut it in half.
The flaming baldy.
So, as we bring our session to an end, you found these guys realizing that undead kind of walk slowly, so this thing was moving slowly. Even though the place is a day and a half away, you managed to catch up with them. You quickly dispatch of its guard, and as you're kind of standing there, you look up, and you kind of shifting through the people who are all staring at you. Some of them starting to talk, but you're just like deaf at this point. You don't hear anything but the pounding of your hearts, and you see a very familiar female tiefling and a somewhat unfamiliar, little bit older, but still familiar tiefling boy. And the female, as your hearing finally comes back, is Arvio? And we will go ahead and pick up here with our party split 2 days from each other.
Fucking win
Next
these!
Saturday.
I fucking win these!
just wanna kind of outgame this. Me and Grim were PMing each other, and I even PM'd Soltic. I said it would be so funny, but Grim started it too, so it was mainly his idea that if Arvio's family was back at the village sitting with us instead.
I think Arvio the player would probably be mad about that.
He would lose his shit.
Lose my shit. I'd have to leave the session.
Oh, and as you're standing there, the ground starts to shake and a bullet pops out.
I already have like the scimitar out, but I've been
Well-
away for like a day and a half.
Look at the good thing. You know where the other party's located. On top of that, you have an extra horse to pull this cart. Maybe
Horse?
steed that can pull this cart.
I also just for fucking.
All right, guys. So I'm
working
here
out
with
right-
the
Give me a week, or they'll figure out whether